Group 4, why don't you turn on your cameras and microphones and come in here and join us?
I want to see these beautiful group 4 people. Come on in. The water is so warm.
Oh my gosh, look at all these gorgeous, beautiful people.
Hey.
Liz back in green face. You gotta love it.
We're ready for the night shift. Let's
right.
go.
Let's go.
We've already used up 1 minute of your precious time, so we won't waste any more time. We are out of here. Group 4 have so much fun. Purdie, Severin donated 2 initiatives to you. 2 inspiration points to you that you can use. And we're gonna get out of here. Goodbye.
Bye, guys. And hello to our beautiful audience here on this wonderful evening. We are Group 4. I am Purdie. I am your DM for this next 3 hours. I'm looking forward to it. We are, I don't know, we're a great team. I'm looking forward fun with them. We've got a couple of bonus donation rewards as well, so hopefully a mod can ping that in the chat for me now and then throughout the thing. So if you want to add some extra spice on top of the usual donations, we've got some extra ones. We've got some wisdom from a one Bobbin Williams, our local genie patron. We also can have a little bit of a spell slot refund or an extra attack action for one of the players of your choosing. And then, of course, what is a chaotic evening without a wild magic surge? So feel free to name a person if you want. I've built a custom table for us this evening. So for just the low price of $75, you can potentially throw a fireball at the party. Or a bunch of other fun stuff. I know.
Or not that one.
Not that
We
one.
haven't agreed to this.
Wait a minute.
I don't have enough hit points for that.
Like, you really don't. Amazing. So I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Let's have some fun. I've got a little team logo for us, so let's see if I can shove that into our chat. Because we are the tiny and mighty. The year is 4005. Our group of adventurers this evening, the tiny and mighty.tm, have been making their way to the fabled town of Ludus and Lusor. You've all heard of this place as a town of a quiet place for adventurers to kind of rest while on the road. But it's been a little bit quiet. While you have been on the road to Ludus and Lusor, you haven't seen anyone else on the roads through the forest, apart from Phyllis. Good old Phyllis at her adventurers training grounds, who gave you all that sizable chunk of gold to spend at the markets at Ludus and Lusor. The hood is going already. She told you, she gave you a hint. She told you to go to the red tent at the markets, and then it'll get you a discount if you mention her name. And there was also that other incident with the backpack, but we don't really need to talk about that. So let's just quickly go around our group. Let's introduce the tiny and mighty.tm. We're gonna get a few things from you. We're gonna get you a character name. We're gonna get your race and your class, what you're playing. And the third thing is my favorite riddle of all time, which is, what have you got in your pocket? So we'll start with our green-faced friend over here, Liz. What's going on?
Hello. My name is Snutch, and I'm a goblin. But I'm not just a goblin. I'm an explorer, and I'm a scholar, and I am doing my postgraduate degree from the local university. I'm exploring how many things can be blown up with a fireball, and I'm doing really well on my thesis. I forgot the other questions.
What have you got in your pocket?
Oh, things, stuff, string.
String.
Yeah, knife. Why do you want to know? You don't need to know that. Leave me alone. You take care of your own business.
I got told, guys. So moving along, we'll go next to Andrew. Who are you playing this evening?
Tonight I am Lord Rupert Bending-Dowel,
He is a human Oath of the Ancients Paladin and leader of the local junior adventurer cadets. What was the other question? Oh, he is. What has he got in his pockets? The question is, what has he not got in his pockets? He's got knife, fork, spoon, bowl, matches. You name it, he's got it in there. He is prepared for everything.
Absolutely prepared, ready to go. And then in the beautiful wings, we have Travis. Who are you playing?
Hi, I am playing Tink Abel. I am a fairy, surprise, surprise. Tinkerbell is a warlock with a patron of the genie kind. So if you would like Bob and Williams to show up and give us wise words of wisdom, please feel free to make him show up.
Yeah.
The
The
other
low
question
price of
was-
$10. You
the
can
low
make that
price of
happen.
$10. What have I got in my pocket? I have a tiny bag of sand. You don't know why, but
Amazing.
I do.
Throw it in someone's eyes, hopefully not mine. And moving on, we have Claudia. How are you? Who are you playing?
I'm good. I am playing Tara Fumblewood, Inquisitive Rogue, Halfling. And Tara probably has a little notebook where she writes down all of the clues on all of their adventures because she's going to solve whatever mystery is not the one she should be.
Amazing. I love it. And last, but certainly not least, not sure if you have any pockets, but we'll find out anyway. Jack, who are you playing?
I'm playing Darwin and Lemon Drop. We are both animated armor and a rose bush. Together we are a full druid, and we absolutely enjoy the thrills of seeing someone grow, the humanoids grow and prosper, and the thing that we've got in our pocket is this.
Oh,
This is
that
Tara.
was amazing.
We follow her around Tara, and we keep this just in case she needs an extra one. Keep it nice and clean for her. Because she's our favorite humanoid, and we want to see her become the greatest detective in the world.
I love that. That's so sweet. I love how you're carrying her stuff as well. Like I mentioned before, our group is tiny. We need help with our pockets. They're so full. Before we get underway, super officially, I do have a couple of inspirations to give out immediately, which is fantastic. So we have a oh man, I'm like a D20 advantage to Lord Rupert from I don't know how to say that. It's like a lot of M's, Y's, and W's. There's a lot going on. I hope that means something to you.
I assume that's Mew.
Yeah. It's like ooh, but moo. Okay, yeah, I like it. Thank you to our donation gremlin. I've seen you around in every game so far for giving myself inspiration. I will take that. I love it a lot. And also we have two which are not specific. I'm gonna give it one over to Snutch for putting on a green face within 5 minutes. You guys didn't see it backstage, but it was incredible. And also to Jack, only if you can give me a smile.
The real question is, how is Jack gonna see their screen?
I have no idea. I have to just make up Jack's rolls. Amazing. So you guys making your way into Ludus and Lusa. You decide as a group that the chunk of change in your tiny pockets is a little bit heavy. And then perhaps we should go visit the market, go see the red tent, see what that's all about, and hang out there. As you approach, you do see the poster of the red tent. If I press show to players, hopefully that pops up there on your screens. You get a little poster advertising it as you walk through the streets of Ludus and Lusor. The streets are reasonably quiet. We're thinking classical fantasy here. It's just you close your eyes and you picture all those storybooks you read as a kid. It's that vibe. A little less people though. I don't know. It's the streets are quieter than expected, but it's fine. Maybe it's like a public holiday or a day after the weekend. But you find the red tent. And we get lured in. We get tempted by a shopping episode. Yeah, we're doing that. Live.
Yes.
I said we're bringing the chaos at nighttime. We're not.
We're having a nice, easy shopping episode.
Nice and easy, quick and
No
easy.
combat
It's everyone's favorite kind of
whatsoever.
D&D. As you guys begin walking your way through, hopefully, did I move you? Yes, I did. Over into the market, you see yourselves entering in the southern direction, the big red tent in the middle. You can kind of hear someone singing to themselves. It's a little bit like, I mean, you know, people setting up their market stalls or whatever, they're just kind of like humming along, but this person's just kind of going for it, and it almost sounds like an echo around in your ears. And the song goes a little bit something like this. I'm just Kevin. Anywhere else I'd be 11. Is it my destiny to sit around and wait for the party? Cause I'm just Kevin. Where they see a fight, I see the end. What will it take for them to fight the seal and fight and kill the BBEG? And it's a jam, honestly, amazing. Definitely legally distinct enough from anything that would be in trouble.
Wow.
And with that, we get a little bit of wisdom as well. Perhaps a little friend pops in. Now we expect Boblin Thulians to be hanging out with Tink, but Bobbin likes to talk to all the party, and in this case, kind of like leans up on Jack's. Who's Jack? Darwin and Lemon Drop's shoulder. And after hearing this beautiful, beautiful song, and is all like, you know what? Not all the problems need to be solved with violence. I trust you, Darwin and Lemon Drop. And yeah, that's definitely gonna get us cancelled. So it's a beautiful moment. Thank you for that little bit of advice.
I'll put a rose and just put it like. Give it to him. There you go.
Oh, amazing. He grabs it before he pops back out of existence. But yeah, you hear a little song, you get a little advice, and you approach the big red tent. Within it, you can see a lot of items. Feel free to drag yourselves up a little bit closer. I can remove the tent as well, so we can see inside of it. Oh man, the commitment to removing the tent. Scary.
Wow.
So you can see inside here, you can see a half elven woman just shuffling bits around, humming along to that beautiful song that was just belted out flawlessly. Inside you see a big stack of boxes. It's about 5.5 feet tall. Tiny and mighty. The audience, none of them is taller than we love it. We respect it. Short kings, nothing, like only in this party. Lots of other boxes dotted around the stall as well. And as you look closer, you can see beautiful pieces of armor and weapons and a few potions and rings and wands. And it all looks very like well kept and well looked after and perhaps a little bit magical.
Can I do an investigation check?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you investigating for?
I want to see if this. I want to know if this, like, if there's where the best stuff in this tent is. Like, is there a certain section? Are they hidden away? Like, Tara basically wants to find the most hidden thing.
Yes, roll it for me. Let's go. First official roll. Ooh, that's great. For Darwin and Lemon Drop, who I'm still unsure if you can see the screen, that's a natural 1.
Oh.
For a 12.
I'm not looking at the screen.
I wasn't seeing that bit either. Oh no.
The red is not good.
No. We don't realize. We think that the investigation is going perfectly.
It's going great. You do go in and you find this beautiful
I'm a
bow.
halfling.
You're a halfling.
So I can
You can.
Roll it because I'm super lucky.
Absolutely. I love that. Let's try that again. This didn't happen, guys. No one saw that. We're not live. Oh, that's so much better. So you do see the bow.
Nothing bad ever happened.
If you picked up that bow, it was going to fall apart, and you kind of feel like this might be the stall that will charge you for it. But looking further around, you begin to see kind of various armor and weapons that all look like they're pretty solid. Perhaps would give you just a little bit of extra boost to your attacks. You find like a beautiful belt that seems to be dwarven made. It could be like a kind of dwarven belt, to say it in a different order. You can see like a sword that looks like it would really mess up a dragon. You can see an axe that would mess up some giants. You see a necklace that looks like Snutch's favorite color, which is fireball. You see some beautiful swirling potions. You can see 12 red potions in a box. About, yay big. They taste like your favorite red candy. You've seen these before. You know those are potions of healing. There's a staff that's also looks like a little bit fiery too, and a beautiful wand that's got 100 different animals all carved in on it. There's a lot of good stuff here, and as you're looking at all these different various beautiful objects, the shopkeeper kind of like turns around and addresses you all, and she's like, "Oh, hello there. My friends call me Kay. You can call me Kay, yes?
Yeah, hi, whatever.
Hi.
We got a lot of money. We want to buy your stuff.
I love that for both of us. And she kind of like looks you up and down. She's like, okay, what do you do? What's your deal?
Me? I'm a postgraduate student.
Oh, you're one of the learned types.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
Make things go boom.
Oh, one of those. Okay, and then she pulls out a little notebook and starts just writing things down. She's like, "Well, feel free to have a peruse if you like." And she leans over and grabs the stick, and as you're walking by, she holds the stick up to you, and then takes a note of a certain amount of notches, and then writes that down in her book.
Wow. Okay. Are you a
Is there a height
scientist?
restriction on this store? Because we're definitely, unfortunately, not.
Yeah, because I don't think any of us can ride this ride.
Oh no, I don't think any of you really could. No, there's no height restriction per se. I'm just doing a little what's the word? Survey. That's the word. I'm doing a little survey of people that come into the town.
I must say, some people would find measuring and writing down people's heights offensive.
Oh, do you want me to write down something else?
No, I mean, I don't find it offensive.
Oh, fantastic. And she puts a stick right next to you and she's like, oh, okay, that's a little shorter than I thought. Continues writing.
Everything.
I mean, you look super tall to me.
Yeah, and me.
Everyone looks tall to me.
Even if you're flying?
I mean, technically, yes.
She's like, okay, yes. And then she just starts following you around the store. And it's not a nice feeling when you walk into a store and the store clerk follows you, and not engaging to sell, just watching you. And you're like, that's like, come on, you can trust me. It's fine. It's horrible.
To gather the whole party in close.
Yeah.
And have a little chat and say, look, okay, does everyone know what they're shopping for? Does everyone know what the rules of negotiating in a shop are? Don't be too enthusiastic.
Oh.
No, and don't, Snutch, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Don't tell them how much gold you have. Yes.
Yes. I forgot how much it was. So
Good.
I think I'm
There we
okay.
go.
Yeah.
And we're all sorted. And
Okay.
we have a wee conversation about negotiation and stuff, and I'm going to use my inspiring leader feat to give them all 12 temporary hit points.
Amazing.
Ooh.
I love that. Absolutely inspired, each and every one of you. You know now how to shop better thanks to Lord Rupert. Good advice. While you're doing this, Tara, you notice with your beautiful passive perception, Kay is like slowly circling your group like a shark, taking note of like each object that you have on your person. Oh yeah, there's a sword. That's a dagger. Well, that sword looks like it can go on fire. That's interesting. Just kind of mumbling to herself, and as she's circling, you also begin to smell something in the air. It smells like sulfur. It's quite like it tingles your nose hairs in a strange way. And Travis, you can have a inspiration from Monique, who says that you look adorable in your wings.
Thanks. That's my sister.
Oh.
We love it. More family donations, please. I'm sure we've all got some family out there. Oh, look at that. Amazing. We've got some goblin inspiration immediately as soon as I said that. So I'm assuming that's for you, Snutch, from London. Amazing. Okay, keep track of it. I will not keep track of your inspirations.
Can I make an insight check on this very suspicious person?
Yeah, absolutely. Insight, Kay. What's wrong with her? She's just doing her job.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we
21.
don't know. You look over her, and there's something about her that just doesn't seem right. It's like kind of tickling the back of your neck. She's taking too much attention towards you and what you're capable of. She seems to be writing down notes like you would when you're interviewing maybe a suspect or something. She seems to be writing down everything that you're capable of as you're browsing.
Guys,
I'll just.
he's writing down everything we can do.
I'll go to the armor and introduce myself to them.
Yep. So you approach, there is a couple, there's like some scale mail, and there's another full plate that's like set up on a stand as well.
Go for the high five.
Yep. You stand there. You wait an appropriate amount of time, and then just a little bit more, because maybe he didn't see you straight away.
I get fully distracted in my original mystery, which is finding out who the love interest is. And now there's a new suspect.
Yeah.
It's no longer a tree. It could be this
Sudababa.
seemingly regular.
Going for the hug.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
The armor stands there, and you hug it, and I don't know if you guys are huggers. I'm a hugger. When you go to hug people that aren't huggers, it's like hugging a surfboard. It's what it feels like.
While
Clank, clank, clank.
While Lemon Drop is doing this, can I just stealthily, just like using Druidcraft, just grow like a little vine coming out of the hand towards him?
Yeah. Roll a stealth check. Let's see if you can beat Darwin and Lemon Drop's passive perception.
We're just doing pranks on our party members.
Just pranks. We're going shopping and pranks, guys. I hope you're here for D&D, because that's what I'm delivering.
I love it.
Classic D&D.
So I'm going to say Darwin and Lemon Drop. It's up to you how you respond. If you want to call Tink out on their little shenanigans, or if you just want to let it happen. And as you see this vine come out of the other armor and kind of come closer and hold you in.
I'm like, blinded by exactly what I wanted to see. Someone exactly like me, and I'll basically like grab hold of the armor and like run to the front of the shop to like get it into some sunlight, and like start like watering, and it's so wonderful to meet you. No, come this way. You look very in this dark corner here. Like, this is no place for you. Come on this way. Like, and I'll.
Oh, that's incredible. Katie stands there watching you and like taking a note. She's like, and then she sees you moving the arm. She's like, that's 500 gold if you want to take that one with you. Not that I think you're probably going anywhere, to be honest.
Why you mean that?
Well, I don't.
That's a really weird way to say that.
You
What do you mean?
The math is mathing, and everything seems to be. When the maths, it means that things are
Equal?
equal. You are equal. maybe better than expected. I think.
Oh yeah.
I think
yeah,
you may
I'm a really good
be
student.
the ones.
Yeah.
There is the market cat. She is wonderful, very affectionate, almost your size, you little halfling. But I think you may be the ones. Potentially, I don't know. You've got potential. And looking over her, you can see this kind of tension builds within her body, and she starts to dart her eyes around a little bit nervously. Towards the other market attendants, and then towards the big stack of boxes behind her.
Can I do something?
Oh, sorry, you go.
Can I take the necklace of fireballs?
I'm gonna get a sleight of hand.
Can I distract
if you're trying to be stealthy about this.
Can I get her advantage by trying to distract the shopkeeper?
Yeah, how are you gonna distract the shopkeeper?
So this sword here, this looks like inferior work to me. What does it do?
Oh, this sword, it is beautiful. It is a dragon slayer sword. If you're going to come up against dragons, I believe it would be beautiful. And I would say, though low, that it was the perfect distraction to get her to talk about things.
Yeah.
And you managed to pocket a necklace of fireballs. So feel free to add that to your inventory. I hope that you can.
will.
If not, one of the mods will help you. I'm sure they're great. And she gets fully distracted by that. And then she like leans in close to Lord Rupert, and she's like, "But if you're successful, I don't think you'll actually need this one. There's no dragons. I don't like to give spoilers. There's no dragons where you're going, hopefully, if you're successful. Once again, you have to be successful. And I think you're capable. I don't know.
Guys, I have a feeling she's gonna, like, make us fight something.
Yeah, I'm going to use my divine sense and
Absolutely.
see what's going on in this tent, because something smells off.
Yeah, it does.
Say, can I do
The
like,
longer
can
you
I do like a perception or an arcana?
Yeah, I will allow your choice on that, depending on what you choose, depends on the answer. Chuck in your divine sense as well. Let me see what you're divining. As you're all standing here, and it does start to smell more and more like sulfur the longer you spend near Kay. Yeah, I mean, so many odors in your nose right now, Lord Rupert. But nothing that is celestial, fiend, or undead, which I guess is reassuring. She's just not a nice person. With 5 on the Arcana, we
so nearly in that 22.
There are so many magical items. It is so exciting. This whole booth is magic. What a treat. Kay, no idea. Who's she?
Okay.
It's amazing.
And
as oh yeah.
Sorry. Oh, we've got this little plant out now, and it's in the boot of the armor.
Oh yes.
Soil and you know what would be fantastic? It's just a little bit of sulfur. I can smell this as sulfur in here. Excuse me. Do you have any just for like a little nutrition for this little guy?
Me? Sulfur? No, surely no. You can't be implying what I think you are implying about me at all.
What do you think that they're implying?
I think they're implying that they know what I am, and she glances over at Tink, especially
I know what
him.
you are. I know what you are. I know what you are.
What do you think I am?
You're a lab tech. That's why you smell so weird.
Oh, you're so close though. You're so close. You just don't quite know what I am. As you see the blocks behind, with all the items begin to just shake a little bit, and then kind of push outwards as you see a red gelatin substance start pushing. And she's like, I am not a lab tech. I was the test. And there's like an evil cackling as you see, let's push this through. I love this. Let's put it straight on the token layer. As you see this big kind of creepy red ooze, you could say. Push through, and we gotta do an initiative. There's no way you see that. Like, don't see fight. I'm trying to open up initiative. Let's go. I'm pressing initiative. Why am I not working? I'm just pressing initiative, rolling it to myself 100 times. I pressed that. There we go. I know what I'm doing, guys. I can chuck this art also into the little chat if you guys want to see a picture over there.
Nice roll, Lord Rupert.
I know. That's not like Rupert at all.
It's amazing. I think we are just missing there we go.
His dad sense got activated.
Yeah, his dad sense kicked in as you see this big oozy creature that seems to be like faces pushing through around it, and like still have the half elf in front of you, which is weird. But it pushes through up and over. Despite your height challenges, you can all see it happening. Fantastic. Before we kick off with Lord Rupert, I do have a couple of things in the chat. I see the wish. We will get to the wish when I can give them that thing. But we do have a wild magic surge, so let me just hop on over to that part of my table.
No.
This is from Dan, and I do believe in legally distinct fairies. I do. So here's some pixie dust for Tink. Tink, do you want to roll a D100 super quick for me? And we'll do a little wild magic as we put up our fisticuffs.
Oh my god, so exciting.
Begins.
The excitement begins. 19. Very amazing. All right. So, Tink, as this fairy dust that is legally distinct from anything else comes and sprinkles upon you, and you feel amazing, what happens to you is you feel that your next amount of damage will be maximized. So, don't even roll, just do the math and tell me what it is. It's going to be great. So, remember that. For $75, you guys too can roll on my wild magic table. Alrighty, Lord Rupert Bending-Dowel.
Just a question. I know that Inspiring Leader was done. How many temporary hit points did we get?
12.
12. Add it in.
Right, so
I don't think it'll be necessary. She's just a shopkeeper.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you.
Rupert draws his sword. It's a long sword with a dark red handle, a little bit sticking out of it, and he holds it up, and you hear a little, and then it bursts into flames, and he runs towards. Hang on, how do I? 5, 10. I assume I can get to like jump onto a.
Onto a box? The boxes are reasonably high. Let's just get like a quick little athletics or acrobatics. Your choice.
Oh, well, definitely not acrobatics.
In athletics, it's a struggle. But luckily you were reasonably close, so you've got no more movement left, but I think you may be perched right where you want to be.
Alright, so he gives it a swing. Oh, the first one is only an 11.
Only an 11 is, I believe, I lost my sheet. Unfortunately, not enough. As you swipe through, you see the ooze split itself, and you just clear the air between.
Alright, he swings again for a 20.
The 20 will, however, indeed hit.
Nice.
Not ready for the secondary attack.
And
5
6
flashing
fire.
and 6 fire. Ooh, that's spicy.
And why don't we add in? Oh my god, the worst divine smite.
Oh, that's not a good
Ouch.
smite. Oh no.
I've rolled a couple of those. I've rolled a couple of those trash ones in my time.
Yeah, it's not as fun, but it's kind of strange because when the fire hits, it hisses a little bit at you. It doesn't seem to do more damage per se, but it doesn't like the fire as you slice through onto it. But yeah, that's your picture, I believe. That's everything you got, unless you got
That's
something
me.
hidden.
Nope.
Amazing. So
Nothing hidden about Rupert.
Nope. I love him. Snutch. What would you like to do?
I would actually. I mean, it's. Yeah, I cast Fireball. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. You know what? Yes.
You know what? We just gotta do it. We need to get it out of the way, and then maybe a few more times. You know, you can give Snutch unlimited fireballs if you donate and refill Snutch's spell slots. So I assume you're gonna target your fireballs safely, but I don't want to put words into your mouth. So,
because I'm an invocation wizard and I'm also a scholar and I'm really smart, I can choose people to not get burnt. So I do choose Rupert to not get burnt.
Fantastic.
But if the shopkeeper is in the way, I don't choose her.
No, fantastic. I love that. This is a smart wizard, guys.
Yeah.
Cast your fireball wisely. Alrighty. You're getting me to roll a dex save.
A DC 15 dex save, please.
Amazing. Let's give it a go. Let's roll the dice, Purdie. Press the button. I know how to play D&D. Oh, it's a 5.
Too bad.
Too bad.
Too bad. 23 fire damage.
23 fire damage. It doesn't like it. It's not looking rough by any means, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. Can I say pissed off? We're after 9. It's pissed off.
Yeah. And for my last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move and I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And can I get up on a box for my last movement?
Yeah, where are you moving to? Oh, fantastic. I love that. Walk away from her.
Yeah.
As you begin to walk away.
No.
Oh dear. Oops.
I forgot.
It's okay. It's okay. I roll like trash. Watch me roll a crit. I do have advantage at my sleeve thanks to the dice scribblet. So I will be using that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Tip my hood. As you begin to move away from her and you see this, what you look to assume a half-elven body, suddenly a red pseudopod, much like the giant thing behind her, forms out and pulls out of her and then like kind of slaps you across the back of the head as you are running away. It seems like this ooze is connected to her some way. It's a 24 to hit.
Ow!
Yeah, it sure does.
Sure does. Let's go. I just rolled damage now by pressing that, I believe. I know how to play this. Did it? No, I'm just... Yes, there we go.
Oh my god!
So you get 20 bludgeoning and 8 psychic as it hits, and then it seems to reverberate around your brain.
Ow!
Yeah, and she like looks at you just like, well, you know, you hurt me first, and I've got to see if you're worthy.
You're not a lab tech.
No, I'm a lab test. We've already been through this.
Lab techs are way too easy to push around.
So that's -12, and then
yeah,
maths.
It's fine. Don't think about it.
16.
You'll briefly think about your other friends that are wandering around other parts of Ludus and Lusor, Moore and Greer, who would be more suited to taking the kids.
Yeah.
But they're going shopping in other districts, so it's fine. We move on to Darwin and Lemon Drop. How are you feeling? What you doing? You've got your version of the plant in the boot from Wally, but definitely not.
Miss Thumble, I just asked for sulfur and something's happened. Are we attacking this person, Miss Thumble?
Yeah, we are. This is real bad.
Okay.
This is like Liz. Snutch is like real hurt already.
Okay. I'll find somewhere to just put the boot down.
Amazing. As you do, you put the boot down and you put it next to a little book. And the book is worded how to adventure perfectly. And as you put it down, the book opens up its little pages just a little bit. It's all like, oh, that's great. Put the plant next to me, man. I'll look after it. And then you know what you can do if I look after the plant? You can look after me. I think you should take me on your journey. Okay? Okay.
Okay. I'll like pat the book.
Yeah, the book loves it.
Little tickle. And then wait. No, that's weird. I won't tickle it. Sorry. That's.
Oh, it's okay. You can tickle me. I consent.
We've only just met. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's all right. But maybe later, when we, you're taking me, right? You have to take me legally.
Okay,
You have to take me. Someone spent money on this, so you have to take me.
Okay, just what? Yeah, one moment,
Okay.
and I'll turn back to the. To
And the book just like kind of settles down and leans up against the
Clinkiest book.
And in this confusion,
yep. Same.
I'll do what Darwin and Lemon Drop like to do often, and is to share that confusion around. And I will cast confusion on our lovely hostess.
Amazing.
Nice.
So is that a save for me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Which save? Is it a wisdom? I feel like it's a wisdom.
Ooh.
It is indeed. Let's watch me fail. Oh, I'm still on advantage, but that's all right because it's still that one. It's a 19, which I think
I don't think that works.
I don't think it worked. She kind of like looks over at you, just like, what? That's a new one. I didn't think a plant could do the sparkly boom boom out of the fingers because you don't have That's. She pulls out the notebook mid-combat. Starts writing that down.
I'm as confused as you are.
I didn't even cast confusion yet.
I wish you were a little bit more confused, to be honest.
Honestly, same. That book was really weird. That's not even my stock. Alrighty.
What is going on?
Tara, what are you doing?
Okay, well, most people are short. I'm pretty sure that I can actually, Rupert is tall compared to me, so I can hide behind him. I'm going to use my bonus action to hide.
Yes.
Like a good old-fashioned rogue.
Nice.
Absolutely. Roll your little stealth.
And Rupert's done this before. He's going to position himself, so Tara is perfectly.
You know the shadow that Tara fits in perfectly, and you do. You disappear. I mean, Darwin and Lemon Drop's right behind you, so they can see you. But I mean, where did she go?
And then I'm gonna immediately break my stealth to stab it with advantage.
Amazing. Now, are you stabbing Majelli or are you stabbing Kay, the shopkeeper?
Well, I mean, she was kind of rude to Darwin and Lemon Drop, so I'm gonna pick her because
absolutely. Yeah, mosey on up there, hide in the little shadow. Maybe like sneak around Lord Rupert and then come around and then just do a little side stab. So roll to hit. Ooh, yeah,
25.
that's gonna hit.
Oh.
Amazing! Just a sweet little 37 points of damage.
Oh my god!
And she goes from looking reasonably okay to not looking okay at all. And behind the big jelly is also just kind of like, and like bits start melting off. You know, when you leave jelly in the sun, it's gross.
Yeah, get it!
Seemingly connected.
I'm gonna move myself to the opposite side of Rupert because technically I can't share a square.
Yep.
But
you kind of like sneak up. Now you're a rogue. I know you're dexterous. You kind of scramble up the wall.
Good work, Tara.
I just wanted to see if Dad could do it. Amazing. And you get a
now I'm
view.
kind of stuck here, so.
You are.
And I look at Darwin and Lemon Drop with big eyes because I do not have many hit points.
Not as many as you should.
That's my go.
As this creature is now its turn. Looking at the little fine treat that just stabbed it really hard, harder than the ball of fire, and just looks upset. I don't know if Jelly can look upset, but it does. Its eyebrows wiggle furiously and it's just like, no, I don't want this, but I do. Part of me wants this. Part of me knows I have to die, but part of me also knows that I need to protect. And then, like, you see the head spin around and look up in the map, maybe over into this direction over here, pinging. Just let me think about this for a moment, because I gotta weigh the benefits and then the problems, because if I let you in, then they're gonna be pissed, but if I don't let you in, then the greater good. And then you hear an echo from all around the market whisper, the greater good. The greater good is not, like, I mean, I think you can do it. I think if you defeat me, and then she leans in to whisper to you, Tara, if you defeat me, I think you've got a chance at defeating them down there. So you can do it.
Super ominous.
And then, like, a little hand comes up, and it's coming out of the jelly, and it forms into this humanoid hand, growing skin around it, and, like, gets, like, a bone structure, and then just lightly just taps your cheek. It's, like, pretending to hit you, but it, like, definitely didn't go to drama school. It's just like, okay, alright. Finish the job. Finish it! As we move on to Tink.
Tink, finish it.
So what is everybody else around the market doing? Are they all just standing and watching us?
They are all watching you with intent. And as you look around, you got an 11 passive perception. So you can tell a couple of the people next to you. We'll say this lady over here and her definitely, like, you know, like, friend. That looks like a child to me, but I don't want it to be a child for how the description happens. As you look towards Kay, the half-elven woman, you look towards them, and they look the same. They look like they've also been taking fireballs and swords and damage, and they're looking beat up as well and uncomfortable, but they are also, like, whispering, like, the greater good. Do it. Do it. And it feels kind of weird. So it's up to you.
Okay.
Maximum damage, though.
Yes. Still have to hit though, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if you miss, we'll do the maximum damage on your next hit.
Cool. So I guess Tink will just go, okay, I like damage. And he'll take a shot with Eldritch Blast.
Amazing.
Ooh.
A 23 does hit.
Oh, so with my maximum damage, I've just done the calculations. It will be 54 damage.
Oh my god. Wow.
I love wild magic.
Finish the
I
job.
love $75, guys. You can do this again.
Finish the job.
You got it.
Thanks, Dan, by the way.
It really
Love
does.
that on sneak attack. That would be the dream, guys.
Oh, amazing.
Kill
Sneak
the
attack
market
max
vendors.
damage would be beautiful.
Wow.
So you guys see Tink kind of like line up, take a glance at like other people at the market, like, okay, and then just go, I'm gonna do it. And throw off an Eldritch Blast. Now, what color and like sparkles is your Eldritch Blast?
Cool. So when you like throws it out, like one hand is like normal with tattoos all up it, golden finger, like gold pointed fingers. The other hand is sort of a little bit mangled, but with in a black glove. Out of his good hand, you see a purple beam that has like gold sparkles and crackles that sort of spiral around it as it goes out.
Oh, that is beautiful. As you see it fly through and then hit, and it almost explodes straight through the other side of this big jelly-like creature. And then the sparkles fizz through and you see electric lines go through it all, and then one face begins to form, and then 100 faces all begin to form, and then they all start spiraling around each other in a little lazy infinity symbol kind of shape, looking at you going, "Thank you and good luck," as this creature just suddenly explodes into jelly, and we go into a very cinematic moment as suddenly, with that explosion, this big circle at the back of the tent here begins to crack. And with each distinct crack, you hear a dong, and then another crack, and another dong, and another crack, and another dong, and another crack, and another dong, and then one more crack and a dong. And I think I nailed the 5. As the whole thing begins to collapse in on itself and begins to implode, and then begins to suck everything, including the 5 of you, the boot with the plant in it, and the little book on how to adventure really good, all begin to swirl together and pull down into this hole, into the deep earth, this tunnel, as you begin to fall. And you fall, and it feels cold and dark, but you can hear your companions breathing. Snutch, you feel yourself get a spell slot back from Anonymous.
Thank you.
And you crash down into a room. Now, we don't have a map for this, so we're going to go theater of the mind here for a moment. And you land into a room all together, the boot with the plant and the book as well. And in this room, there is a large door on the opposite side of this very densely packed room. The large door has a large brass lock and little carved brass filigree bands around it. The room is full of all manner of things. There's crates and boxes and bookshelves with dusty tomes. There's a desk reasonably in the center facing you, with an overflowing waste paper basket, and on the floor is a large plush rug that takes up about half the space. On the south wall there are 2 high-backed leather chairs next to an ash-filled fireplace. The coals are long since cooled, and above the fireplace hangs a famous figure from history. I'll get a history check from everyone. Let's see if you know who this is.
Ooh. Where's history?
Oh, that's a
I
natty
shouldn't
20.
have done that with advantage.
Amazing.
Rerolling mine because I accidentally did mine with advantage.
That's fair.
That's all good. We got a lot of over 20s. Oh, and then we got the natural 1.
Not too young. Like 15.
For the over 20s and the natural 20 included, you recognize this to be Thaddeus, also known as Thad. He's a merchant guild leader, a gnome. Very like, don't mind if I do. He's up in this portrait. My face, you're all short. Gnomes are cool. He's got a luxurious robe on in this portrait, adorned with many gold chains and emblems of a very old merchants guild, maybe a couple thousand years ago. The figure is wearing a reasonably happy expression, but with narrow eyes, kind of loose bed-swept hair, a strong angular nose as well, just kind of like looking down at you across the room. But though still within the room, we also have a selection of taxidermy heads kind of surrounding the whole walls. There is a badger, a doe, an elephant, and an anteater. And upon the desk is a single bound leathered tome. It lacks the dust that many of the other tomes have accumulated sitting on the shelves, and this book is blank. It doesn't have a title, but it just has a single verse written in it, in many languages, including Scottish several times. Two different versions of Scottish, which is weird. And the passage reads, "The key you seek is here somewhere. Do not be so hasty or look past what's right there. We all have one, some big, some small, some long, some tall. And even when it is stuffed, it can run.
Oh, okay. I think I got it.
Huh.
But in order to let everybody else see if they can get it, Snutch is going to shovel the ash out of the fireplace and start a fire with the waste paper basket.
Amazing. So you go and you.
I was gonna look at those. They
clear
could
it.
be clues.
Gone.
You go to restart the fire with the waste paper basket. As you push all like the waste out of it, you realize that it's full of like this is gross used tissues. As if someone's like being kind of you like and they're like slightly damp. It's gross. It's fine. It's tissue.
You don't want to touch these. Yuck. Yuck. I'm doing you a favor. Yeah.
And then strike a match and light it on fire.
Think,
and then
I've worked it out as well.
Have you?
Amazing. I'm so proud of Darwin and Lemon Drop for figuring out a puzzle on their own.
Yeah.
As you're sitting there and you're thinking, I think I've solved this as well. And has recommended that the genie gives good advice. And so thus appears it's Bob and Williams. It's like, hey, I'm gonna address all of you because you're all great. You know, each and every one of you, you're fantastic. You know what I think you should do though? I think you should find the cheese. You gotta find the cheese. It's important. And then disappears again within a flash.
I don't think I know what it is. I think I've changed that. No idea.
I don't know.
I don't know. Does he give good advice?
That was on Angie's recommendation, so like. What are you guys thinking?
Well, clearly it's the nose, isn't it?
Oh
yeah.
And as you say the word nose, Lord Rupert, perhaps it's that moustache with all of its loose hairs in it. You begin to feel a little bit of a tingle in your nose. And it goes up into like your sinus and your eyes start watering. Oh my god. It's horrible.
Block your ears. Block your ears. This is an old man sneeze.
Super
as you sneeze, you sneeze? You commit to your sneeze, or does it pass?
It passed. I shook it off.
You shook it off. Okay, as you shake it off, and we do not succumb to deafening damage from a dad sneeze. Oh boy. As you shake, you kind of feel a little bit of like goober come out of your nose, and it's a little bit embarrassing, but it flies across the room, and as it flies, it doesn't land with a splat. It lands with a ding, 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 ding.
You have to look at that. I don't want to look at that.
Snutch says, like elbow deep in snotty tissues.
Yeah.
I can't afford to be losing things that go ping at my age.
Well, Tara has no hesitation. It's a clue, and pulls out her little I can't think what it's called now. Magnifying glass.
There we go.
Didn't bring one.
Tara,
takes a look for the thing that went ping.
Right.
Amazing. Roll an investigation check. Let's see if you can find it in this very busy, messy room. Yeah. A 19. It's a girl detective, guys. We always have faith in our girl detectives. We love them. As you gotta bounce around and you can find
my hit points, but I did not. No. I did this instead.
This was the wise choice. I don't know what you're talking about. The hit points are low.
Hit points are low, but the investigation is high.
And you get a clean tissue from your pocket, and then pick up what fell out of Lord Rupert's nose, and it seems to be a large brass key.
Hey, look, it's a magic trick. Key came out of your nose.
Oh, that's quite disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been snot.
Yeah, it's worse.
I don't remember.
Was see a locked door or anything?
Yeah, there is a locked door with a brass lock at the other end of the room.
I'm gonna go unlock it.
Yeah.
Checking for anything.
Without looking for anything, guys.
No! Everyone, I think about
the rogue is going to the door with a key and just gonna open it.
I just follow the clues. I don't think any further than that.
Follow the clues. Check traps, who is she? I don't know her. So we walk up to the door with the key and shove it in.
Yeah.
So boldly as well. Just the audacity of this teen detective. She turns it. And you guys all hear the little clunk of the door unlocking. And there's a breath, probably from Lord Rupert, as he wants to project. And you wait, but nothing happens. I mean, the door unlocks. That's the one thing that happens here. And then starts to slowly open for you.
Oh, I don't have to push it. Yay.
Cool. That's great.
Yay. It's not a heavy door, this one.
Perfect.
What do you see, Tara?
You see a corridor that's about 15 feet long before it opens up into another room that seems to be lit by some sconces.
It's a hallway.
Is it safe?
Probably. I walk down it.
Yeah. As the rogue walks into the corridor.
Let me get right there.
I'm going to hurry to catch up.
We are doing D&D correctly. As the rogue hops and skips down the corridor, and
we have backups for a reason.
Laura, get ready. As you enter into the next room. In this room is also quite large. This one, rather than a square room, is round. It's quite big. It's maybe about 40 feet across, 50 feet across, 40 feet high. And in the middle of the room is a seesaw that's about 5 feet big. Now, around the edges of the room, we'll go outside in. Around the edges of the room are large decorative vases and barrels and crates. Up the top, I think Tara would notice this with her wonderful passive perception. No hit points, but can see things. You can see
when I look
a like a miniature portcullis. The girl that raises. I didn't have to Google that word. It's kind of like miniature, about 3 feet, with an alcove. It's quite high up though on the wall. And then leading from that is a chain, a copper chain with like kind of wires woven through it that goes across and then down to the end of the seesaw. That on that specific end is down on the ground because there is a very large boulder on it. The other thing you notice is a door on one of the, I'm going to say one of the walls, but it's a round room. So on part of the wall of the room, there is a door. There are no hinges, no handles, no nothing. And next to that door, perhaps is the most interesting thing of all, is, what should we say, a large iron golem. Lord Rupert, there is no grass here. Come at me.
Dang and blast.
You guys should watch our warm-up games on YouTube to understand that reference.
It's a very good reference. It's really funny.
It's
also,
amazing.
more boulders.
We nearly
more boulders. I love rocks. It's amazing. On the boulder is a face, just to like really rub it in, of a grinning gorgon, just like ha.
No.
Doesn't seem to be moving at the moment.
Boulder?
There is also a lever next to the door. I forgot that part. There is a lever. With also copper wire all around it. The iron golem seems to be kind of standing inert.
I'd like to try pulling the lever with Mage Hand.
Amazing. So you cast
can
your
I
mage
assist?
hand.
And I also do mage hand with her.
Two mage hands. 2 mage hands for the price of 1. We love a cantrip. As these double mage hands go, they do a little sweet as fist bound. And that was really hard to do by myself. Fly off in tandem, pinkies linked, because we know what we're doing, to get to the lever. And as you see them get to the lever, you hear like a creak of the golem, just a little bit, and then they go to pull it, and you see the wires around the lever begin to kind of fizz with electricity. I don't believe mage hands can take damage, but man, that was spicy for them.
Well, I guess don't touch that.
The iron golem creaks again and seems to relax a little.
Okay, so we have to find out a way to break this circuit. And
The chain is quite taut, going up and across to the portcullis up and towards the ceiling area. It's quite tight.
And so
also
Snutch has her hands on her hips, and she's kind of surveying the whole scene. She goes,
okay, so I think the easiest thing to do will be to get that boulder off the seesaw, and then the seesaw will go from down here to up, and that will break the circuit, and then we'll be able to pass with probably no problems, except for maybe the golem. Someone do it for me. Thank you.
Hey, I'm not strong.
Snutch manifests, and I would like to also just quickly say thank you to Angela, who is counteracting my dice curse this evening and has awarded me an inspiration. So thank you, I appreciate you. I love you a lot. I will use it to murder someone.
Oh no!
Okay, look.
Stop!
Steps up to the boulder.
Sorry,
Right.
before you do, I will, as you approach, I will cast Enlarge on you.
Ooh,
yeah.
Good lord.
Hey, look, you're tall.
We love that.
I have a mighty now, because our
Rupert-
mighty isn't here.
Our mighty isn't here, so now we are truly tiny and mighty. How tall are you now, Rupert, if we double your height?
It feels like to be more. I'm I believe I'm about 3 meters tall if I'm double my height.
Amazing.
Just over
It's
3
that's
meters.
that's impressive.
That's
It's
big.
taller than me.
That's big. That's big. That's taller
That's
than me.
Bloody hell,
big.
this is quite disconcerting up here.
Wow.
And I reach down and try and move this boulder. What does
Amazing.
that
Now,
do to my strength roll?
yeah, I was about to say, how does that affect your strength capacity?
I'm just trying to find. There it is. Nope, that just.
Oh, you need to do the description bit.
Here we go.
There we go. So your
Advantage.
weight is multiplied by 8. Whew.
Oh, that's rough.
That feels rude.
Until the spell ends, the target also has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Fantastic.
The
So,
target's weapons also grow to match its new size.
Lord Rupert is having a very good day.
So what do you want from me there?
So
athletics?
we'll, as you come over, we'll call this athletics check as you approach this very large boulder. It's big.
Okay.
It's a big boulder.
I'm going to give it a good shove.
Yes.
Don't forget you have inspiration if you need it.
Hey.
Oh,
He doesn't
I don't
need
think-
it.
I don't think you need it.
With a 24. Now, oh man, someone who is smarter than me. What's your carry capacity gonna be if you doubled everything? You're so strong now. What was your carry? Do you know what your carry capacity was before?
No.
No. Okay, so it's fine. We're gonna describe this little cinematic moment
I got
as
strength of
big.
16 if that helps.
Strength of 16. So it's good. It's better than average. As you walk on over and then you go to like get the boulder and you like kind of lean down, you hear a creak, you're not sure if it's from Lord Rupert's knees or the golem. Could be either. And he goes to like start pushing it. It's heavy. It's like maybe the weight of a nice little like Suzuki Swift. It's quite chunky, and as you start to think that maybe you're getting some purchase on it and pushing it, suddenly, Lord Rupert, you feel the scuff of your neck grabbed, like you may do to a child when they're being annoying at the camp. And you feel Let's see if this works. No, not with your weight times 8. That's why I was shook by it. As the iron golem tries to grab you and pull you away from the boulder, but just kind of grabs you and lifts you like an inch off the ground and just looks at you sternly.
It's helping.
I would like to say,
hey, get your hands off the camp, Dad.
And I would like to cast Grease. And I'm going to center it on the iron golem and hopefully also on the rock. But I'm going to exclude.
Yes, because you can. This is a smart wizard. This is why you go to wizard school.
Yeah. I don't just have my degree. I'm currently getting my postgraduate degree. Yeah, so maybe a master.
Amazing. Yeah, you have to be
Not
invited
only
to
do
do
they
that
know
as
how
well.
to do fireball, they know how to do fireball without killing the party.
Which is good. All right, is that a save from me?
Let me just do this. It is. Yes, you must succeed on dex save, and my dex save is a 15.
So
I just clicked it twice. Sorry.
All right. Well, we're back to normal rolls. I used my advantage on that excellent roll of trying to pick up Lord Rupert. Let's see how I go now.
Full prone! Full prone! Full prone!
Still holding Lord Rupert. Now, Lord Rupert, are you holding the stone?
Yes.
Oh. Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, so you know like those like torture racks where they like pull your limbs? It's a little bit like that for a moment. It feels horrible until you feel the back of your scarf and your coat get pulled away and the material rips as the iron golem tries to take you with it, but you are holding onto the stone and just are far stronger than
How many patches did he get?
that's a
No,
good.
no.
No, should I just roll?
I've still got all the good ones.
All the good ones.
Got basket weaving and.
Yeah. Let's roll a d20. We're looking for hopefully for you guys something high. It's another 9, guys. What is my dice? There is one of the patches begins to fall off a little bit. It's not fully out, but if you do any shenanigans, it will fall off. Now, I don't know. Name me 3 of your patches, and I'll pick which one it is.
Okay, so a rowboat.
Yes.
A pit.
Oh.
Or a bag of 100 gold pieces.
Oh, I like that one. No, we're going for the pit, obviously. Lord Rupert is now a pit trap, going to go off at the DM's discretion. As the iron golem though does fall indeed flat on its butt. With a loud crash, and then it's like an awkward turtle situation as he's just kind of rolling and trying to get back up. I imagine it takes a while, so while he's down, what do you guys do?
Oh, well, if it's prone, then we get advantage, right?
If you would like.
I mean, I'm a rogue.
How tall is
that means I get sneak attack.
I will be honest, because of Greece, everywhere where Lord Rupert is not is there's a 10-foot square. So if you want to get to the golem, you probably will have to go through a bit of grease.
Yeah, there will be grease.
There will be grease.
No.
Me watching a movie. I'm sorry, I was so.
You got there.
Yeah.
Amazing. Lord Rupert, while you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, can you get me a perception check?
Perception, yes, indeed. Just a second. It's my roll 20. That's me. There we go.
12. As you kind of holding on to the boulder, now feet flat on the earth, you kind of look back over at the iron golem. You see a little bit like of a weird indent in its chest. It's not like fresh. It hasn't been made recently. It looks like it's part of it, but it's an unusual shaped hole, but without turning around and letting go of the boulder completely, you can't tell what it is.
Oh, well, I'm going to let go of the boulder completely and turn around and see what
Amazing. The Iron Golem seems to relax a little in its stress of trying to stop you.
Check my what he's done to me as well.
Yes. So as you look a little bit closer and lean in, you see that this little indent in its chest is a keyhole. Can't see a key around though.
Does it look the same size as the other key?
No.
Jeez.
Unfortunately, this one is much larger.
That would be too easy.
Yeah, that would be too easy. The Iron Golem is golden. Because you know how, like, keys always match the lock?
Yeah. I mean, often they do, actually, so you're not wrong.
Yeah. It's a fact.
It's a fact,
So,
actually.
what I would like to do, seeing as I'm right in front of him, I'm going to look at my thing and say, "Oh, bloody hell, it's the pit!" And I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to throw it at the golem's feet.
At the golem's
And the
feet.
golem
Amazing.
It's now in a 10-foot deep pit.
I was about to say, how deep is your pit? Amazing. Slides right in, thanks to grease. Whee! It's like, you're the one that...
It's like we planned it.
Lands in. It kind of stands there. It stands up, and it's like a little meerkat at the zoo. Its head pokes out. If an iron golem could frown at you, it would. But it can't because its face is iron. But like a golden iron, apparently. Fantastic. With the iron golem seemingly, once again, stuck. I mean, like, let's just roll at disadvantage because I can't imagine this guy's getting out of this pit immediately. With a 5, he struggles in his greasy hole. What would the rest of you like to do? Tink, what are you doing? Are you flying around?
I'm just gonna be fluttering around trying to see if I can happen to see anything sparkling and golden and.
Yeah, roll a perception check for me, please.
Perception.
And I think if you have an inspiration, feel free. Hey. With a 17, you're focusing on golden vibes, gold, find the gold. And you see behind the portcullis is indeed something golden, and you fly a little bit closer and you can see a large golden key with inside. However, the portcullis is connected to this chain, which does have this beautiful wire going through it as well. Connected to the end of the seesaw, which is on the ground, holding it tight.
Okay, I'll just point it out to the team going, I think I found a golden key up here, guys. It's all connected. We kind of need to get the wire loose still.
Okay, well, could we put other things on the opposite sides? Would that help?
Yeah, that would probably help.
Okay.
Lord Rupert, I know you're kind of busy over there, but do you want to try jumping on the other side of the seesaw?
Well, this doesn't seem to be a problem at the moment, so yes, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Any other time, deeply offended. Right now? Yeah. All right. So Lord Rupert, you can whisper it to me. It's fine. We're friends here. How much do you weigh?
Let me think. I'm thinking he's probably a good, 95 kilos.
95 kilos.
He's a chunky boy.
Awesome.
There's a lot of muscle under that fat, too.
Yeah. He's in armor as well, so
Yeah.
All right. Now we're gonna do 2 lots of math here.
Bump him up to 100 with that armor.
Yeah, because I was so
I like
heavy.
that. I appreciate the math. Fantastic.
So 800.
800. Awesome. Oh man, math still hard. Far out. I'm just trying to convert
My
it
calculators were made.
into pounds because I've got the weight of the boulder in D&D terms. As you stand on it and you begin to see the seesaw start to go, but it's just not quite enough. The iron golem starts to flail its arms a little bit more as it sees you messing with the system.
Snutch is going to run and join Lord Rupert on the seesaw and just kind of
This
jump
is
up and down
Tara.
as well.
Yeah, amazing. As the two of you are just enough to take us into the sweet zone, and the boulder begins to lift with the three of you on the other end of the seesaw. The boulder lifts and the chain starts to go loose. And in Tink, you notice that the portcullis also raises.
Okay, how big is this key relative to me? If I'm like basically less than a foot tall.
Less than a foot tall. What's your strength score, buddy?
It's a solid 8.
Oh man, I was like, oh come on, it's just gonna be like average strength. But you're like, wait, it's a little bit weak. You know what would help? Advice from Bob and Williams, but you don't have any, so you're gonna do this old school.
Come on, chat.
You go in
donate.
It's very classic. You put your feet up,
help,
and you put your hands on the key, and you start dragging. As you begin dragging, my golem's gonna try to get out of his greasy hole. It's a 3. You can drag.
Yeah.
I would like a strength check from you, Tink, as you begin to do this.
Oh, this is
Believe in you.
Wow.
You can do it.
Not bad.
14.
Strong
Amazing. As you begin to pull it inches a little bit further across, we do another strength check. 16. The iron golem has its upper body out and starts pulling itself up. Let's go to Darwin and Lemon Drop. You're standing there. You got your shoe with you. I expect in the book. The book is like leaning into you, and it's like, okay, so you guys are a group of adventurers, right? So adventurers, you gotta work together, and you gotta do things together. You see those three over there? They're doing things together. You know who's not doing things together right now, buddy? It's you. Buddy, you gotta do something together with someone else. You yourself are together, because I believe you are two entities together. But now team up with someone else in your team. Pick anyone. I don't know. Not me. I don't have limbs. I don't even have eyeballs, so I don't know how I know who you are, but go. I believe in you.
Okay. And Darwin and Lemon Drop is gonna run towards the golem.
Yeah. Half up.
Jump in the air, and then turn into a reef shark. And
amazing. I love that for you. And you guys, you know, chat, I don't know if you know this about Darwin and Lemon Drop. They're a druid. They like to wild shape. But they like to wild shape in temporary form. So this is what the reef shark looks like.
Amazing.
As it goes
Oh my god.
flops on top of the iron golem. I don't even know what check to call this. Are you trying to push the iron golem back in the hole?
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. I'm gonna make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage because I'm in a greasy hole and I'm a big metal boy. I'd like you to make also a dexterity saving throw, just at regular. This is a shark's natural terrain, right? Booping giant iron golems into holes. It's a 3 for me.
Oof.
Let's go. I'm in the hole. Where are you?
Sorry,
oh my gosh!
Hold with me, team.
I say the book has no eyeballs. I forget Darwin and Lemon Drop also no eyeballs.
Also no eyeballs.
Also no eyeballs.
But looking beautiful.
So
Looking
stunning.
Incredible.
I love this for them. Fantastic.
Oh no.
Come join me in the hole, Reef Shark. As the Reef Shark suddenly appears out of seemingly nowhere and slides into the iron golem, boops him in the nose, and then falls into the hole with him. It's quite cozy in here now. There is a Reef Shark made out of flowers and leaves and a iron golem that is very well lubricated. Tink, during this shenanigan, you managed to get the key and you fall down to the ground with it. It's quite heavy, but it's now on the ground out of the little alcove. What's everyone else doing?
Don't worry, guys, I got it.
Honestly, proud of you.
Snutch doesn't actually know where the key goes, and she's like, "What are you doing there? What happens now?"
That seems important.
Throw it
I didn't know we were looking for a key.
I'm trying to, and I would try and throw it, even though I can't even lift it.
Try.
It goes in the golem. In the golem.
You kind of get your hands around the little keyhole. You can fit both hands into it, and then you just start spinning in a circle with your wings, playing around. The key stays on the ground.
Can I use Mage Hand to try to assist myself?
Allow it. Mage Hand for the assist. We get the Mage Hand, and the Mage Hand can easily lift the 5-pound key. Helps you out. It's just because it's so big and cumbersome. It's like, log tossing in either real or fantasy Scotland. And you managed to get the key. Now, where are you taking this key?
Where do we want this anyway?
Oh, what's the key for?
It's in its chest.
Whose chest?
There isn't a chest in here.
There isn't a chest.
Golem's chest.
Oh!
Okay,
Here's
I'll
a
flutter
little,
off.
thingamajig keyhole.
I'll fly over top of the pit and go, Darwin, catch! And just drop it down.
Oh, they don't have eyes.
Shark.
Into the shark fin. The key does indeed land, and we have another little piece of wisdom as a Bobbin Williams suddenly appears, and it goes, "Hey, dear! Puppet! Tink, come here! I think someone here has a crush on you." And then disappears. Amazing, definitely legal. Don't take down the stream. As Darwin Lemon Drop, as a shark, you get a little key thrown into your face.
Yeah, as it tumbles towards me, I realize that flippers aren't probably the best thing to use in this. And I'll
no thumbs.
Drop it and then try and catch it.
Fantastic. You drop it, you reach out, you grab the key. I'm gonna allow you to do that. You're a little greasy, but it's fine. Because we've got another problem in the future. So you put the key into the Iron Golem's chest.
Yeah.
And turn.
Yeah.
And as you turn, the Iron Golem is suddenly seems to activate and relax from the stress of you guys messing with his seesaw. And then suddenly realizes he needs to get out of the hole. And he looks around and it's like, and he puts one arm up and he puts another arm up and then just tries desperately to lift himself out of that you all trapped him in.
I'll try and help.
You can try to help.
I'm going
Let's
to
turn
reach
this
down
into
and
a
try and
regular
haul
roll.
him out because I can see he doesn't seem to be trying to.
Amazing. Okay,
Darwin
well,
and
you
Lemon
know, with Dad / Lord Rupert's help, uppies. we pull the Iron Golem up, Darwin Lemon Drop underneath, just kind of trying not to get their petals crushed, but pushing. And the Iron Golem comes out, and then just looks down at the ground, and then looks over at Snutch, and then just slowly shuffles through the grease. We're talking difficult terrain times 2.
And we have defeated yet another golem with difficult terrain.
Yet another golem with difficult terrain, guys. Never underestimate difficult terrain. DM's worst enemy. As the Iron Golem moves slower than you can imagine through the grease, over to the liver. And then you can see the shoulders just kind of sigh in defeat. And the hand goes up and slowly pulls down the liver. And it is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Looks
Okay,
back
bye.
at you.
Okay,
Just
bye. Thank you.
Looks at the grease and the mess you've made, the giant hole in its room now, and it's like, if you could read the golem, he was not having a good day now.
Yep.
The grease
Sorry about
won't-
Well, you're welcome for the pit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
you can use it.
new challenge. The grease won't go away. Okay,
Oh, no.
bye.
Okay, bye. He just waves at you with one finger in particular. As you all walk through.
We need to help Darwin and Lemon Drop out of the pit because I have a
Oh
feeling.
yeah, that's true.
I'll try, but I'm little, and I also only have a strength of 8.
Again, come on.
And the uppies works. We almost forgot Darwin the Limit Drop. My bad. The book wouldn't have forgotten you. The book would have sat there on the edge talking to you.
Telling you how to be a good adventurer.
Yeah.
Try to stay with your party. Don't
Split the party, guys. It's just, not a good idea. You gotta stick together through all the adventures. And
Darwin and Lemon Drop to see.
Giant hands. How long does our enlarge last?
It's ages,
Ever.
isn't it? It's like
I feel too long.
Concentration up to a minute.
Okay,
Oh, it's only a
amazing.
minute. Okay.
I would say throughout the shenanigans, after you bring out Darwin and Lemon Drop and you all safely navigate towards the door through the grease, you begin to feel your form return to normal once more.
Oh, I quite enjoyed that.
As you all stand there, you see a little bit of water trickling down this next. You don't want to say corridor; it's more of like a cavern. It's a little bit more natural than the other corridor you walked through before, and there's water on the bottom that's coming towards you, but then like flowing down a crack before it can enter in this room and drown the golem, because that would just be a really bad day for him. And
there's a
pit. And the corridor seems to kind of go up a little bit and away from you. Would you like to go?
Let's go, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
We follow the brave rogue. No traps. We don't know her. And you walk up. Now, how
I've
how
never
you guys
been
walking
trapped before, so why
Neither.
would I ever be looking for them?
up? I don't know.
Nothing bad will ever happen to me.
No,
Never.
because nothing bad's ever happened before.
Life's been pretty sweet up until this point, chat. You need to challenge Tara's viewpoints, maybe. Or confirm them. I don't know. It's up to you. It's your money.
That would be great.
Wild magic.
As you walk up this kind of river-ish, it's not deep. It's like a couple of inches. Luckily, Tink's got wings. You go up following this little tunnel path, and then it opens up into a very large cavern. As I'll move you guys across to a map. And you stand at the bottom. Now, where you are, you can't quite see entirely into it, but there is a pool further off in the north that seems to be creating this river that goes down to where you are. You guys are quite low and out of sight if there was anyone in this room. There is just a gentle glow from the pool, this kind of blue light that seems to be lighting the room. And as you kind of stand there for a moment, contemplating your next move or perhaps your navel, you begin to hear two voices arguing. Kind of weird though, because it's not like you can hear it echoing around the cavern. I'd say slowly, one by one, perhaps. Tara definitely first figures this one out. She's a smart cookie, alas. The voices are in your head rather than vocalizing. Should we invade fantasy Scotland first? Actual Scotland to the west is a far better starting target. No, you fool! Actual Scotland is full of real Scots! Fantasy Scotland to the east may have mages, but it will be an easier target to start our world domination. Fine. Well, at least we can both agree that Townington to the south is the final place to conquer. Once we've built our army up, we can take those human outs. And you hear a distinct noise. Did you just hear something? I think Robert broke another bottle. And there is another pause before you hear a third voice in your minds. Sorry guys, that's my bad. And then a little bit more bickering goes on.
Can I tell you what Snutch has got going on in her head?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Paint me a word picture.
Yeah. So, I don't know if this kind of brain energy goes both ways, but if it does, we can hear them. If they can hear us, or what they're hearing from Snutch is, she she got really distracted by the fact that Lemon Drop and the other one,
Darwin
and Lemon Drop turned into a shark, and so
one.
her brain is just her brain is going planty shark do 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 planty shark do 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 plantain shark do 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 plantain shark do 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 plantain shark do 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 plantain shark do 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 plantain shark, and it's just going and going and going and
going
and
on.
louder and louder and louder
Stuck
and
in
louder.
everyone's heads. Amazing. What are the rest of you doing?
Psychic damage.
It does. I will take 1d4 psychic damage right now. Let's go. 1. Because of course it is. That's all I can roll. It feels weird. What are the rest of you doing as Snutch begins their counter psychic attack?
I can see.
Can we all hear this?
Yes, you all can.
It's all like hear Snutch as well.
No, you can't. You can see Snutch like jamming out to something. But the voices in your head are kind of when you're home and it's quiet, and then you suddenly hear your neighbors arguing, and you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh, but it's kind of juicy.
I like to hide.
If Snutch was a bit concussed from earlier,
maybe.
Yeah, she's a bit
Yeah,
out of it. So
you can
I'm
feel
gonna
like
gonna
it's
pat her on the shoulder and say, "Are you all right there, Snutch?"
Ah!
And do you need a little healing, perhaps?
Yeah. Well, she hit me pretty bad and really cracked me on the back of the head, and I use that for all of my thinking brains. So I need that. But I'm okay. If I had to say, like, out of 65, I'm feeling around about a 48.
Oh, I see.
Amazing.
Yes.
It's a unique
You look
system.
like you needed about a 15 worth of healing.
Oh,
So
wow.
I
Yeah,
used
okay.
I used my lay on hands to give her 15 healing.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic. It was beautiful and not meta at all. I love that.
and hopefully she looks a little less spaced out now.
Maybe.
Crossing
But then she's like
way
humming
for her.
this tune and it's just really catchy. Tara.
No, Snutch, I know that song and I am not going there again.
Can't take me back to camp.
Years of therapy to remove that one from you. Tara, where are you hiding?
I am
A couple
hiding.
of different blocks around.
Oh, I don't need blocks. I just need people.
Amazing.
I'm gonna hide.
Behind
How much
Darwin.
room is there inside the armor of Darwin and Lemon Drop? And have I done this before?
Got a personal question. Darwin and Lemon Drop, I'll throw that one to you.
I can probably fit in the leg. Like,
I tell you what we'll do is we'll like move it out the way.
Oh!
Yeah.
There was still no head. I don't think
That was
he has a head.
That was amazing. How did he do that? This is magical.
if there was a gift for best costume,
Whoa,
too late for
100%.
anyone else.
I'm so sorry, rest of the groups. This is peak.
This is the ultimate costume.
I literally cut my head off for this.
I would believe it. I haven't seen your head in a
You have to
while.
donate.
No, you have literally just you have literally just animated a suit of armor. You're just sitting off screen.
Yeah.
If only maybe a wish could reveal the face. Amazing. 26 stealth. As you clamber, words I never thought I'd say. As you clamber inside of your friend, the suit of armor with a rose bush. You have done this before, so you don't get any thorns in any unsettling places. But I'm just gonna move your token over there, so now you are combined. It is now the Darwin and Lemon Drop and Tara show. I would say Darwin and Lemon Drop, you are moving at half speed. Tara. Amazing. Half speed, Tara, this isn't like controlling more. You gotta more go with the flow on this one. You go where Darwin goes. Or Lemon Drop. I'm not entirely sure which one is which, but I don't mind. I see them as one entity.
So, Mrs. Tara, are we sneaking? Is it a sneaky?
I think this is a sneaky one.
Okay. Okay. How about I cast pass it out a trace?
Ooh. Amazing. Do you want to ping that into the chat so everyone knows what benefits you just gave them?
Rupert, better get closer to you then.
Yeah.
Rupert just shuffles across the river water slowly.
Clank, 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 clank.
So while we're all together, I will use to cast ritually Rari's telepathic bond.
Oh.
So it means that we can all talk to each other in our minds as well.
Mind
instantly overcome.
The sound just came up.
Oh no!
This is why I'm glad no one has to take thoughts in real life.
It's the end.
That's out loud though. Amazing. So we've got our pass without a trace on. We got a +10 to all our stealth checks, which is so fine and
Do I
delicious.
re-roll or just add that 10 to my original roll?
You can add your. I mean, you can re-roll. Let's see if we can get a 20 out of it. We'll get everyone to roll a stealth check, and while you are doing that, we've had another wild surge come through. This is what this one says. For your mum, miss you. Here's to you helping other mums get through. For the flower armor suit from Quest Book Gremlin. Amazing. Oh wow, that's a 9.
It's a 19.
But all of these
it's a 19. So we got a 20, 27, a 19, and a 22, and a 25. And can I get a D100 for the flower suit armor man?
21.
Oh gosh, watch him try to find the dice on the screen, guys. He has no eyeballs.
He literally cut off
the
his head
closer
from the
he gets, I still can't see a face.
screen.
Nothing there.
It's
92.
92.
That's high. 92. Let me scroll down. Amazing. This is hilarious, considering the advice that Bob Williams gave you earlier. Your weapon that you hold, maybe, or just have on you, now does a permanent additional 1d4 damage.
Cool.
Cool. Amazing. Watch Darwin never use a sword, though. It's a peaceful bush. That's amazing. If you too would like to do a wild magic surge for $75, you can also help save cancer.
No,
Awesome.
not that. The other
Not
one.
that. No.
Get rid of it.
Cancer.
Yeah,
No
kill cancer.
Save cancer. No, save people with cancer. Oh my gosh. Entering.
Cancer.
It's supposed to be against us, not cancer.
Not yeah.
Well,
cancer.
no. Against us and cancer.
Yeah.
$75. Just put it in Tiltify. Anyway, so you guys are all very stealthy. You feel stealthy, especially Lord Rupert. He's just hanging out in the corner? Or would you like to walk further into my map?
I will never find anything standing here.
Yeah, all right. Now, if we are splitting too
No,
much,
we better stay close.
better stay close. The pass
No,
without
I
a
thought you
trace.
guys were coming with me.
Snutch just walks off.
I am controlled by Darwin and Lemon Drop. I have no choice where I'm going.
Yep.
Lead on, Darwin and Lemon Drop.
Yeah, I mean, you got 30
Yes,
feet.
You know what?
We'll
Lead on
shuffle along
Darwin and
behind
Lemon Drop.
you.
You're right.
Sorry, just to interrupt
Let's go,
again.
buddies.
Just before Darwin and Lemon Drop moves off, I will touch them and use an action, and I'm going to give them one of my elemental gifts and give them flight.
Amazing. I love that.
Guys, I made the best choice.
Wisp of magic.
I get a lift.
You have a lift as
Flying bush
flies away gently.
With a rose bush and a halfling in it.
So good. How long does Darwin and Lemon Drop's flight last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Nice and easy. Let's go. Darwin and Lemon Drop. You're leading the charge.
Okay.
Show us where you're going.
Okay, we're going. We're skirting.
Capable of moving a token. We're going. Okay. Yeah, a couple more squares if you want. All right. As you get there, I'm gonna say, yeah, we'll pause there. We'll bring Tara back inside of you. It's after 10. The kids are asleep. We hop on over.
I don't know what you're referencing.
And you get around this corner and you look and you see a couple of creatures standing there. They don't seem to have noticed you yet. Just kind of whispering like to each other. They don't speak common. That's the language we all speak. They're just kind of growling and like in a not nice way. There's a little picture for you in the chat. They're quite attractive. I would swipe right.
Would you?
You love it. I hope that image loaded for that joke. They're just kind of
I think we learned a lot about you, DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight we're learning about Purdie.
No shame.
Wait till I introduce. No, hang on. No spoilers. No spoilers. Fantastic. So you guys keep going. You see one of their noses twitch slightly as the rosebush does go past. Where else would you like to go?
Lead the charge.
Bloody.
Just wave, and just like I'm imagining we're flying as well. So we're just like a flying, just like T-pose. Just like.
How far off the ground are you?
Just that much. We're just like a T-posed.
Amazing. Perfect timing, perfect description. Also we have from Heartwood a advantage for you, Darwin and Lemon Drop. Animated objects together, strong. And then Laura, our beautiful Greer, who is not here as the Barbarian, has betrayed all of you and given me advantage. As well, so thank you so much. I love it. Barbarians have got to stick together.
I thought we were friends.
She really wants to play, and she doesn't.
She really wants to play.
Yeah, that's fair.
Amazing.
We're trying. We're trying, Laura.
It's very funny for me, the image of not only Darwin and Lemon Drop like T-posing and hovering over the ground, but Tara's little face like peeking out of the top of the leg, but then also Tink flying around, and then Rupert and Snutch just walking.
Just walking like regular people.
Yeah. We're just whatever.
Man, where was all this flight when we tried to cross that bridge, guys?
There's a lot more full, like almost full.
Hey, Snutch and I were having fun flying around together.
Oh, you played tag. It was cute.
Yeah,
As you do continue on, though, there is another creature over there. It's just kind of standing there. It's like carving something into the rock in front of it. As you look a little bit like closer over its shoulder, you can see it's carving this like a very crude smiley face, but with like big furrowed out eyebrows, looking angry. Angry but happy.
As we walk,
the creatures still haven't seemed to have noticed you yet, though.
As we walk, I was going to take the opportunity to cast Warding Bond on Snutch.
Fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
So, are you doing that about where you are now? Because
yeah, let's say about where we are now.
About where we are now, you pull Snutch aside and you grab the little platinum ring, and you offer it to Snutch, and you verbally say the spell components.
Oh, she's caught you out.
I caught you out. Obvious,
She's
Em.
caught you out in a little trick.
Delph, but you also got a 19, so let's just see. Let's just see how I go.
You pretty honest.
Oh, I know, I'm so mean. Wait, I have advantage. Oh, I don't really need advantage, but
No.
I'll roll it again, just see if it gets any better than that. It didn't, of course. But thanks, Laura. You helped. Suddenly, this guy over here, you cast Warding Bond, and it goes off fantastically. Snutch, you have the benefits as illustrated in the spell. Get back! I didn't say anyone can move. Get back down there. I see the cheeky moving.
I didn't move.
I didn't move. As this little guy down here, he sniffs, and then he like turns around, like kind of cracks his neck a little bit, and he's like, "Me Grimlock," and then we're gonna enter into initiative. As this guy doesn't appreciate you suddenly appearing out of nowhere, to his perspective, you're just standing there trying to help. Let's go.
No.
Oh
All right.
boy, how do I do this? I'm on the wrong layer.
Wow! Nice work, Tink.
Nice. Let's
Pretty good.
go.
Why is my turn order
Fantastic.
not
Does
turning
that come up in
I
there?
I did roll.
It
Yeah.
did. Look at that. Amazing. Now, if I go into the other layer.
Oh no.
Particular.
I clearly saved my good initiative rolls for the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of my inspirations.
I didn't.
Can you use one of your inspirations? Absolutely. I'm not gonna say no. You guys need all the help you can get.
Yeah,
As I roll all these other initiatives that you can definitely see.
My
Amazing.
my initiative hasn't turned up in the turn order.
Your turn didn't turn up in the turn order?
I mean, if it has for you, that's fine. I can refresh.
No, I cannot see it. Do you want to try again? And we can always put in the 9 if you'd prefer that.
Just make sure you're clicking on your token as you go
Oh,
to do it, because
right.
sometimes it
You're
doesn't connect the two.
You're so right. There we go. Hey, you know what? I'd like to keep that one and not the 9. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll go with whatever.
Yeah, that one's so much better.
We'll go with what's on the screen. I feel generous, like you might need the help.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Oh, no.
As you guys, whereabouts are you? Yeah, you guys also see, and the pool has a lot of, like, kind of seaweed and algae growing in it. It's kind of strange. And then you can see, maybe perhaps the owners of the 2 voices that were arguing before. I'm sure you guys know who these are. They're fun. We're gonna take a little picture.
no.
Of them. I don't know. What's that? Who's that? I don't know. Anyone who's played Baldur's Gate 3? Feel free to let us know in the chat.
2 of them?
Yeah, you also see as you come around the corner, maybe a couple little friends of theirs as well, just hanging out. Little guys.
Brain
They're just
dudes.
little guys, little brains
Okay,
on
so-
legs. They're so
so-
cute.
So I've genuinely forgotten the real name of the brains with legs. Because in my home game we consistently and almost every session call them brain cats.
Brain cats. Well, that's
Brain
what they're
cats.
called.
Far better word.
That's what they're called, right? That's what they're called. They're called brain
Absolutely. They are
know of
called
no other
brain
name.
cats.
cats. They've no other name. It's brain cats.
As we, I'll just quickly reorganize our initiative. Before we jump in, we have Bridget Hall, a friend of Claudia, I assume.
That would be my
as-
twin sister.
Oh,
Bridget.
well, hopefully a friend. Maybe not then. Has requested that Bobbin Williams comes and visits you. Bobbin Williams is a little bit confused though. Doesn't know where you are. Just kind of like bounces down in between, like looks at Tink and is like, "Hey, sorry, that's my face. Hey, where's Claudia? Not Claudia, Tara. Claudia's here in New Zealand."
I'm reaching through realities.
Check the flying bush.
Oh, okay, awesome. And then goes up to the flying bush and just looks around. Still can't find you. Oh, okay. Tara, I believe that you are here, and it looks like you're doing a good job. I just want you to know that when you're in doubt, go all in. Okay.
Sounds like terrible advice that I'm definitely gonna take.
No, what are you talking about? It's perfectly good advice. Fantastic. And then I think we're ready for initiative. So we jump in with Snutch's 9 that just magically got into a 20, but we're not going to say anything. No one saw that.
Don't worry about
D&D,
it.
guys.
Don't
At
worry
me in
about
the
it.
chat. I don't
Don't
care.
worry about it.
Let's go.
Let's go. I would like to cast Melt Minute Meteors. So it is
Ping it in the chat. Let's go.
Let's go. I create 6. Oh, sorry.
We can show the spell
there we
description.
Go. I create 6 tiny meteors in my space when I cast the spell, and as a bonus action on each of my turns thereafter, I can expend 1 or 2 of the meteors, sending them streaking toward a point or points I choose within 120 feet of me. Once a meteor reaches its destination, blah, 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 blah. Each creature within 5 feet of the point where the meteor explodes must make a dex save. My dex save is 15. I would like to ask... Can I ping? No, yes. If I shoot it there, where I'm pinging, in between, down, yes.
Oh, down there. Okay,
down
yes,
there.
amazing. I was definitely not looking at the other part of the map.
if I shoot a meteor right there, will I get both of those guys?
I think you would, because it's within 5 feet, and if you shoot in between, they're both within 5 feet of that point.
Yeah.
That feels great.
I would like to shoot one meteor right there, and then I would like to shoot the other meteor at the other nasty little guy who's to
over
the
here?
left. Yes.
Yeah, fantastic.
Please make dex saves for each of them.
For everyone, let's go. All right, so we're going to go for our solo guy over in the corner first. How's he going? I feel like that's a fail.
Oof,
Then we're going to go for the one that originally smelt it, which is on the left. Is a save. Whoa, guys, look at that. Chat blow up. Purdie passed on a roll. Whoa.
What?
Dice don't roll that high. Oh, they do.
Wow.
In fact, they roll higher.
They rolled higher. That's incredible for me. I guess not great for you. But they still take half as much damage. So roll some damage.
Okay, so it did already roll up here, but I'll roll it again because I rolled perfectly, and I feel like you would like me to roll imperfectly. So the first guy.
Let's say it makes up for your initiative, Fopa.
The first guy gets 4d6. So that's 16.
Incredible. I love this for you. The first guy, we remember how to do this, surely. He's not looking great. In fact, he's looking pretty dead.
Fantastic. I love that for him.
Not good.
The second guy, 6.
6, and then that's already reduced? Or is that...
That's already reduced.
Okay, fabulous.
And
love
then
that.
The third guy, already reduced. 8.
8. Ooh, spicy. They're not looking great. They're definitely like Pokemon orangey red flashes over there. Other guy completely obliterated. He didn't even have a chance. He's like busy like doing the little tongue with the line in it out of the smiley face, and then just dies. Just straight up dies. It's not a nice time.
Snutch uses a baseball bat as her staff. So she just points the baseball bat, and the meteor flings off of the little halo that's around her head and just flings straight towards him and blows him up, blows him to smithereens.
Smithereens, indeed. There is nothing left of me, Grimlock. I don't like just calling them Grimlock. I like the me in front of it.
Me, Grimlock.
Me, Grimlock.
Grimlock. And that's my turn.
That's your turn. Do you want to move or do you want to hang out?
Yeah, I want to move. 5, 10. I want to go over here just to
hop on the other side of Dad.
Yeah. Dad will protect me.
Dad will protect all of us. All right. But speaking of which, we have Tink first. Tink, what you doing? You're flying around. How high are you at the moment?
So I don't know how high these little rocks are that I'm hiding in, but I'm just hiding in the middle of them, basically.
Yeah, I would say that top one is about maybe 15 to 20 feet high, so you're kind of nestled in maybe about 10 feet.
Okay, cool. So I'm about 10 feet high then. And seeing these meteors pop down and seeing that these other guys are looking a little bit rough, I will use my Eldritch Blast, and if I'm allowed, I will split the 2 bolts, one at each.
One at each. Let's split it. Roll to hit.
So first one, 23. I'm guessing hits.
No. Yeah, of course it hits.
That
Little
would
guy
be
is mad. Oh boy!
14 damage to the
Amazing.
one dude.
You put him into negatives. It's
Cool.
not nice.
And other dude.
Other dude.
Well, he puts them into
even
multiple parts.
Multiple parts. Even better. I mean, you can roll for damage, but he doesn't have a lot left. He was on 3. You completely annihilate these 2 Grimlock over down in the corner there. It's not good, but you've definitely made a noise now, and you can hear over here some just gentle splashing. In your minds, there's no more voices arguing. Just a single word. I think we're allowed 1 on the stream, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to steal it from all of you. You hear a single word echo in your minds from perhaps the Mind Flayers. Fuck. I used it. No one else can have it now. Alrighty, and Tink, you move over. Are you nestling back into some rocks? Give yourself some cover.
I'll do a little bit of a hide. I know I can't use this as a bonus action, but
you can't use that as a hide, but you can get, I would say, half cover from nestling yourself into the rocks. All right. How are you going to protect us, Lord Rupert?
Well, I'm going to head on ahead.
Yes.
Whoops, sorry.
Whoops, sorry. You did a good thing though.
I'll go up here and survey the what's ahead.
Fantastic. As you crest around that corner, you get a better view of the pool. And these two Mind Flayers, we all know what they are, having an argument, but now their attention has turned around to you. However, what you also now see is this big old thing behind. We love giant, oversized objects. This is a very large, tall glass jar with a comically large Acme cork in the top. And inside the jar, what's your... Yeah, you got an 11. That's fine. You can see with your passive perception. You can see movement within the water. Now, this is just kind of like seemingly just sitting on top of the water. It's a magical moment where it doesn't submerge in, but it's sitting there, and there seems to be movement within the water, organic movement. You can't really tell without getting closer.
Gross, weird.
Yeah.
Gross, weird.
Gross, weird.
I can do.
That's me.
What is it? How far away are they?
How far away are they? Let's bring out the little ruler. Are we talking about the Mind Flayers? They're 30 and 45 feet. Oh, I wasn't even clicking on you. Yeah. 50.
Yeah, all right. I think.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, was inspiration, is that advantage or is that reroll?
Oh, I like the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a reroll, so you can use it when you want to. You can call it.
Because I rolled a way worse initiative. Could I have the one that I had before?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. What do you want it to be?
I think it was like 12 or something.
Yeah, we'll make it 12 or something. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, 12.8.
Awesome. I don't think. Oh, that would put you there. All right, let's.
I don't think we really need to worry about me Grimlock anymore.
Me Grimlock? Oh,
I don't think
maybe.
We really need to worry about.
I don't know. There's more rocks.
Oh, what does that mean?
Me Grimrock. And that's what you get from me. That's it. Amazing. we quickly, as well, just before we jump into your turn, we have another advantage for Tink from Jen. So thank you so much for that.
Oh,
Keep those coming. They're gonna need it because once it gets to my turn, it's gonna get messy.
My flatmate's coming in clutch.
So was that about 30 feet away?
To the first mind flayer?
To the first guy?
It's
if I get 30, if I get 30 feet,
then
then I'll be next to him, won't I?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to pop over there with a wee misty step.
Ooh, I love a misty step.
I do love a good misty step. And go, surprise!
It kind of like it's like watching you on the slow dad-like mooch over an approach, and it just suddenly appear in a cloud of mist. Surprisingly, and its tentacles all just erupt and just like flail out, and you see its little octopus beak, because that's what I imagine mind flayers' mouths to be like. Snaps at you, and then it's just like it's a little bit taken aback as you then bring out the flame tongue sword as well. It's good.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Unfortunately, it doesn't do the fire damage because I used my bonus action on.
Unfortunately, it doesn't. So we've just got the 6
slashing.
regular slashing.
But of course,
Hold and pause for Paladin shenanigans.
Come on, Paladin.
Paladins be paladins.
Yeah. Paladins be. Oh my god!
Oh
no!
God.
Woo.
Hey, you know it's better than the other one.
It is
You
better than
are
the other one.
improving. I love the power
I
of positive
do
thinking.
have-
Thank you, Snutch.
I do have another attack, so in it
You
goes.
do. So maybe we can try again. Okay, definitely hits. These guys are made of tentacles and fleshy
Just
bits.
4 slashing this time. So
Slashing. You want to do anything else?
I don't get to do another smite, do I?
Yeah, you can.
Huh? Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah. That's what we're talking about. This guy doesn't look great. A little bit upset at life, decisions that have led him to this point, namely standing in a pool of water. Well, he's floating above it, let's be honest. He's a mind flayer. He doesn't touch water. But you are indeed like knee deep in this water. And you just start slicing and dicing, and radiant energy enters into its body, not willingly. It's not great. If you guys want to keep seeing Lord Rupert's smite, you can add back spell slots, which we also call smite slots for paladins.
That's what they're for.
The Rupert does like to mix it up a bit.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
That's amazing. That's a pretty solid turn. You just jumped straight in there.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That is sick. 6 stunts. All right. Have we looped back around now? Because I accidentally restarted the initiative. We did. So now we are on to Darwin and Lemon Drop. Oh my gosh. You were sitting so still for a second, I thought you had left. It was just decoration. Oh man.
It is very hard to tell where Jack is when he's sitting still.
Genuinely, I'm like a T-Rex. I only see movement.
Oh goodness.
Are you okay?
That was so close.
Don't die! Don't die!
Oh my goodness.
Don't take off your mask! Keep the
That could
magic!
be really bad. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Okay.
Okay. You alright?
Let's
Yeah,
bring
I'm
it back in. Okay. You know what? How convenient. We have one has just given us some wisdom from Bobbin Williams, and no one specified, so we're gonna give this to Darwin and Lemon Drop for almost just KOing themselves on screen. As you begin to lean over in a weird angle, you feel a magical blue hand push you back up as the genie appears. And just like kind of looks at it, and he just leans into your ear, Darwin, and whispers, "I got 2 words for you, buddy. You better be listening. Okay, let's go. Don't. Right? Follow-up word. Die. You got this." And he disappears.
That echoed really weirdly in the armor.
Yeah, it kind of reverberates a little. All right, Darwin and Lemon Drop, please don't fall over again. What are you doing?
Okay. So, Miss Tara, where would you like to go? I was thinking up and then to the side of it. Does that sound good to you?
Oh, so I can hit something, but I don't care what.
Okay. Let's just T-pose. Let's just go a little bit over here.
I don't know why the T-pose has a noise. Feels right.
So just just up, just like upwards.
Yeah.
And then like forwards.
Absolutely. I mean, the whole thing is on a slight incline anyway, so you do naturally have to go up and fly.
And then we just like slightly rotate towards the jar in particular.
Yeah.
Wait, is it a jar?
It's a giant jar. It's about 10 foot in every direction. Large Acme cork on top. You can see movement inside.
Yeah.
Organic swirling.
Yeah.
Can I make out what's inside of it?
Yeah, roll a perception check for me if you like. I mean, you also have no eyeballs, so like every time you lean towards the camera.
I mean, if you look at his character sheet, he very clearly has eyeballs.
He very clearly does have eyeballs on that character sheet. You are correct. With
Tara.
Yeah, Tara.
Yeah, it's Tara. This is secretly those eyeballs. Secretly Tara.
hiding.
They're just googly eyes stuck on it, just wobble as he moves around.
Yeah, you guys put it on because it felt weird. You didn't know where to look whenever Darwin and Lemon Drop talked to you. With a 19 perception, you look a little closer and you can see this organic movement swirling around creatures in this kind of sickly yellow water. They look like tadpoles, but mean tadpoles with like about 300 to 400 too many teeth, swirling around, occasionally popping up against the edge, especially now that Lord Rupert is a little bit closer and trying to get closer to Lord Rupert. You hear the little ting, ting, ting as these teeth grind up against the glass.
Can't think possibly what those could be.
No, it's weird. It's unusual. Lord Rupert, as I mentioned your name, I summoned from our wonderful chat, Squish has donated to you very kindly a wild magic surge. So
he's too kind.
Too kind. Roll a D100 for me.
Okay, D100. A 5.
Ooh, 5. We're really going on either side. That's a fun one. Roll again.
So ominous.
41.
41. Ooh, this isn't great for you, Lord Rupert, but I think you'll be fine, considering who you are as a person, and, you know, just your paladin nature. I think this doesn't affect you, if I remember correctly. You feel this, like, sickly green sensation all over your body, and you become poisoned for 2 hours, but I think paladins have got something against poison, if I remember.
I think it's only disease.
Only disease, never mind.
No, it's disease. It's disease and fear.
Oh.
I think.
In that case, the sickly green does get into you. The poison condition is not a nice condition. I'll just quickly.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
I'm so glad we have a cleric.
Something doesn't agree with me.
Wow, awesome! I love that we have a cleric.
It's amazing. Yeah. I love that we can have wish spells. You have disadvantage on your attack rolls and ability checks. Thank you, Squish. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Squish. I definitely won't remember that.
Not at all. Fantastic. So Darwin and Lemon Drop, we had a lot going on during your turn. What are you doing? You moved. You had a look at the brain jar.
Yeah.
little tadpoles swimming around trying to eat your friends'
They don't look good at all.
No.
Not one bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be casting Cloud Kill into that little jar there.
Into the jar?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love this. Pop the spell in the chat so we can all read about how once again the elements will destroy this DM.
What the?
That's alright.
There it is.
There it is. I'm gonna say because you're targeting within the jar, you don't get the full radius of it, as it will be contained within the jar. So you can either be in the jar or out of the jar.
Yeah, just in it.
Fantastic. Let's go. We're gonna make a Constitution saving throw. We're just gonna roll a d20 for this one. Pop that into the chat. Here we go. It's a 13. It's not great. Does your cloud kill? I always imagine it smelling like farts. Does yours?
It smells like roses.
Yes. I thought that might be the case, and I'm so happy.
I promise you, it does.
The roses just appear, and you can see this green suddenly like swirl and turn into this like almost muddy brown, and then begin to turn into like this beautiful pinky red sparkling moment as the cloud kill spell erupts into this very full jar, and you start to see this movement slow down. Do you want to roll the 5d8? I believe it is poison damage.
It sure is. It sure is 5d8.
It is 5d8.
Oh, that's a good roll.
It's a good roll, guys. Oh boy. It's a really good roll, and you see these tadpoles fall very fast. It's not good. They can't escape. They're stuck in here with the rose fart. So you can keep concentrating on that if you like. There's still a little bit of movement. It might take a couple rounds. It's not great though. As you do this, the two mind flayers up the top here, next to the jar. Yeah, slightly notice what happened. Maybe more of the guy on the left. The guy on the right's having a duel that he did not want today with the Paladin. The guy on the left though sees the jar and sees like this beautiful pink fluff appear, and then his little babies start dying and is like, yeah. No, you shall be first. Wait, you don't have eyeballs. Where am I meant to put them if you don't have eyeballs? Gary, he doesn't have eyeballs. The other one's like, I'm busy not dying. The arguments are mean. Guys, don't plan world domination with someone you don't like.
or someone that's called Gary.
I mean, honestly, generally. Gary.
Yeah, it's not very intimidating.
Amazing. Now we have the brain cat, so kindly called.
Meow. Meow. Brain cat. Brain cat.
Alright, this little guy, he's so far away. He's gonna go for a little run. How far can we get? Let's see. Yeah, let's leap down to there.
Oh my god. I'm so genuinely scared of brain cats.
Yeah, you should be. So was I, and then I put a 2 in them, and then it was like, oh, that might be a mistake. And he runs there. As he gets to this point, Tink, as you probably keep a side eye on him, you begin to notice that there are more creatures over here. They're not hiding well. They're just trying their best. But they are behind the rocks in case if you wanted to hide behind those rocks as well. Fantastic. Actually, there is even one more. I forgot. This is that gargoyle all over again. I'm gonna forget that he's down there.
Just
keep forgetting him.
Just
good. We don't need him.
Having a good time. But we do have dash. So we're gonna keep going.
All right.
Awesome. He gets across the river. He splatters his little brain cat feet. Splash, 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 splash. And gets a little closer. It's a little bit creepy. But he can't do anything else. But you get the idea that the brain cats know where everyone is. including you, Tara. Even you feel like the brain cats have a lock on you. As this one.
Oh, they don't. What are you talking about? I'm
if
so
this brain
hidden.
cat just goes and stands here, does get advantage. So I think the brain cat's gonna walk forward and try to help its master. As this guy looking for brain cat in my like enemy list, it's not helping.
Dad, not there.
Not there. As
can't kill our dad.
And it just rears up on its back and swipes down with a claw upon the back of Lord Rupert. Does a 20 hit?
And that does hit.
Just!
Oh my god.
I had to double check there.
Purdie! Your dice
Sorry, I shouldn't celebrate. I shouldn't celebrate.
You hit Rupert,
sorry.
my god.
Your dice curse.
TPK.
8 slashing damage.
No.
Laura's in the background, like, being like, how much can I afford to, like, keep amping up Purdie? Amazing. 8 slashing damage as this big kitty cat claw comes down your back, and you hear brain sludgy movements, because it's sticky and gross.
Ew!
Oh no, that's 2/3 of my temporary hit points.
Okay, look. You want to challenge me? I have multi-attack. So he does this other cool thing here where, Lord Rupert, you have a brain. You're a smart dad. I need a intelligence saving throw.
Okay, intelligence saving.
Do we have to?
Do we have to? It's okay. I didn't go for you. I went for Lord Rupert. He was closer. Next round, though. 15.
I guess.
15 enough?
Is enough. Which is very good. Because you feel this kind of brain cat behind you, like, kind of vibrate and pulse, and it's that very, like, anime, like, purple wavy lines come out from it. And try to attack you, psychically. But it doesn't get through, which is a blessing. Because bad things happen. If it does. And then that's its turn. Woohoo! Yay! We survived the brain cats.
Phew.
Awesome. And now we have me, Grimlock. There's 3 of them. Don't forget that. Just so good.
Oh, no.
These guys, like, they're not super keen on what's happening, so they're gonna start making their way over here. This guy gets distracted by this bone. He kind of crunches on the femur, and he's like, oh. Then he picks it up and then looks over at his own spiked bone club, and then looks at his now newly created spiked bone club, and is like, maybe that one's better. And then drops the spiked bone club. He feels great. This guy comes around down here, and then like kind of like looks over at the little brain cat over there, and he's like, you know what? I think you got this one. I'm gonna stay here on the safe side of the river where there are no dead bodies, apart from that guy. And he points back at the skeleton. You go do your thing.
Also, me Grimlock does not want to get brain catted.
Me Grimlock knows not to go too close to the brain cats. And this guy up here at the top, he is going to go for a little wander, and then he's going to continue wandering until he too gets distracted by a skeleton. We're not smart. We're not high intelligence creatures. He also steps on a femur and realizes that makes a better weapon than his current weapon and swaps it out.
Delicious.
Fantastic.
Still a little bit of marrow in it.
Just it's good. It's juicy. I don't think anyone's described a bone as juicy in their life. Well, let's move on before we get taken off the air. Tara, you're hidden within your friend, 2 eyeballs shining through. What are you doing?
Well, I feel like you've just revealed to me that I'm not as hidden as I thought I was.
Well, yeah, you definitely got the idea if the brain had eyes, it looked at you. And then realized that there was a fresh Lord Rupert with a brain right there. That was easy to get to.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna
clamber out.
I'm gonna move Darwin very quickly so that I can move me.
That's fair.
Go help Dad.
So you clamber out of the knee
appear and then run. And I believe that because I
mean, it hasn't technically seen you. You still got your stealth. I'll say you're still hiding. Technically, it knows your brain though.
I'm gonna stab it.
Stab it.
Stab it.
And I have advantage because flanking. Well, and sneak attack. So either way.
Just go for it.
And being hidden.
Do your thing, rogue. Do your thing, rogue.
Do your thing, rogue.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah.
And that is 29 points of damage.
You. I don't know, man. I don't want to describe you stabbing a brain. I think I'm not allowed to describe that kind of gore on the screen, but it's bad. You go elbow deep. You pull out his juices.
I have a rapier, so I think that's more that I skewer it like a kebab.
Yeah.
You hold it up.
It's still alive on my stick?
No, this is dead. It's really dead.
Okay.
It doesn't like you. There's like the psychic energy wave that flies out but doesn't hurt.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna hide behind Dad.
Behind Dad. Do you step forward to hide in that spot?
Yep.
Yup.
Fantastic. I'll put
and I'm gonna roll stealth. Not very good.
It's somewhat okay. You think you're somewhat hidden? Maybe. Fantastic. And now we move on to the algae in the pond, which we didn't consider right until the GM reveals to you that the algae does indeed get a turn. As either side of Lord Rupert, you positioned yourself quite beautifully for me to these two little pieces of algae as they kind of jiggle awake, and they're not so happy with how you're right there
no,
next
it's
to it.
You say
It's algae. Well, it's
like
algae,
a plant.
but it also I don't know.
Plant.
It's also
Does
kind of
sound
green and squishy.
Plant.
Does sound like a plant.
Does sound like a plant.
It looks like algae for all intents and purposes. It's algae right now to your
Could
11
be-
passive perception.
Could be a plant.
Tara knows better.
It's not a plant.
I can show you guys a picture what this algae looks like. Let's see. It's just algae, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no skull in there.
Oh
This algae whips out both of them to attack you. I love the groans of no. It feeds me. We're going for Lord
Looks yum.
Rupert. It looks yum. Looks like lime flavored.
No, it doesn't.
21, I believe, hits on the first one.
That is a hit.
Damn.
That is a hit. For 8 points of damage. I'm slowly chipping away. And the other one on the other side is also going to try to flick out a little bit of its algae body. Unfortunately, that one feels more like my dice rolls. Does not hit.
Slaps on the armor.
Just slaps. It sticks like those little plastic hands that you get.
Ew.
Sticky hand.
It's not nice. And let's see. I think that is that. And then we move on to a fun turn. It's going to be a great time.
For you.
For me! Alrighty. Let's go. I don't want to look at the post-it notes that are above my screen because those have your hit points on it, and I don't want to know. I just want to do this organically.
Laura, prep yourself in the wings.
As this one that has taken some damage, he's had little friends come and attack, and he just looks upset at life and is just like, no,
Gary.
Don't ruin my plans for world domination, starting with fantasy Scotland, then actual Scotland, and then Downington, and then other places in the world which I don't think were named officially in canon. But you can imagine they're pretty cool. And as he says this all into your minds, you see like his brain kind of vibrate a little bit and then throw out a mind blast. So can I please get we're doing a 60-foot cone. I don't know how cones work in Roll20.
Just
even
like
think there's a
Jimmy
cone.
Neutron.
So I'm
there's a
feeling we're gonna
measuring
be
tool that does
getting
cones now.
Lord Rupert,
Yeah.
Kara. I think we could probably also get Darwin and Lemon Drop with this. Can you all please roll me a intelligence saving throw?
Like this?
Okay.
Tara gets a +3.
Oh, fantastic. Yes,
From
because she is
me.
indeed within 10 feet. Oh, look at that.
That's an 18 then.
Amazing. Yeah, I don't think I
Intelligence
can angle
savings,
it to
I don't know.
get Tink without moving, maybe. Could move. He does have... Well, he doesn't have legs, but, you know.
He has movement abilities.
Movement abilities? Hang on, if we go over
He doesn't.
here,
What are you talking
little
about? He can't move at all.
60-foot cone? Can we get more people? That's only 40 feet. If you keep going, there's someone else there. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's go. Does anyone save from that? No, everyone.
Shit.
You know what? That little book in your pocket. Darwin and Lemon Drop is like, it's a team effort. You gotta do this together.
Shit. I don't want to.
Someone found the cone tool and it really helped the DM. Thank you. I appreciate your work and effort.
Oops. Sorry, guys.
Oops,
sorry, guys.
Intelligence saving throws from everyone, please. Oh, I love that one.
Now I am still, I believe, within 60 feet.
Tink's not smart.
Of
no,
I'm
okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm still within 60 feet of Lord Rupert, which means I get +1 to saving throws. So this is an intelligence saving throw.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna use my last inspiration.
Right.
Oh, yeah, inspiration.
Yeah, we got it.
Moment.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We might need more though, because guys, there is a second mind.
Oh, boy, howdy. Sorry, Tink.
Tink, you improved. Not
did
enough.
improve.
I do
Anyone
have
else
one
want?
more.
Ooh. Darwin and
we
Lemon
are
Drop.
not.
Not
We are
going
not.
great. Okay, let's
We are not
talk
smart.
positive. I want to be
We are
positive
not
for a
smart.
second. Tara, Lord Rupert, you guys are great. I love your work. You rolled enough.
Yeah, and the cheap seats in the back.
Less so much.
I don't really want to have to say, but we are rolling. If I just press that, can I roll the damage from here? No.
Oof.
No, I can't. I shan't roll the damage from there. We will just do it manually. It's 48, and we're adding 4 onto whatever this is.
And I
That's
also have
20 points.
And I have resistance to this, so that means I would take 10.
Yes, and I take 10.
Okay.
Fantastic. Sharing is caring, the book says.
Thanks, Lord Rupert. Thanks, Dad.
Also, the 3 of you are stunned for
No!
1 minute.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No!
That's the worst one!
That's the worst one!
That's
Stunned!
so bad.
You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. Let's not talk about the other mind player in the room. I think I just killed Liz the player, not Snutch.
I had a really good plan!
Oh no!
Same.
I love it when like spellcasters plan and then I ruin it.
Hey, look! It's a rogue and a paladin.
It's a rogue and a second mind player.
And 3 statues.
Chat, please help me not kill the players.
Chat, help. Chat, help. The brain cats. The brain cats. The brain cats.
I felt power, chat, and now I've flown too close to the sun. Oh boy.
Maybe a TPK, guys.
The second mind flayer walks, saunters with his tentacle legs over towards Lord Rupert, who's seemingly okay, from my understanding.
He's not. He's looking a bit green.
He's not great, but
unwell.
he is still standing. I don't like that. I'm gonna try Let's try something weird. I'm gonna try tentacling you. That's what the move's called.
Oh, I was supposed to probably have disadvantage on that saving throw, wasn't I?
Oh, you weren't? Don't be a good player.
If I was,
No.
I had an
No.
inspiration point, and I'm just gonna say I used it and canceled it out.
Oh, what man? Yeah, I gave you that from something, right?
You gave me inspiration earlier, so I'll say I used it.
No.
Yeah, we'll say you used it.
Cancel out the disadvantage.
Yeah.
Seems like a good choice.
Good choice. It's fine. The 19 of the tentacles doesn't quite penetrate the armor. I'm glad you wore armor today. It's good. Fantastic. And that is the end of my turn. Snutch, can I get an intelligence saving throw, please?
Yeah, okay.
You're good at those.
Yeah.
In theory.
No, I'm not. Apparently not. Okay, let's go.
Oh, we believe in you.
Yay!
Natural 20.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
It does happen at the end of your turn, but it feels great. It feels so good.
All right.
As Snutch, you see, kind of shakes back to her senses.
It sounds like that.
It does exactly like that. It's your noise. You own it. Yes, and Tink. Can I get an intelligence saving throw, please?
Nat 20.
Another nat 20. Another nat 20.
Another nat. Oh, that's bad.
I'm gonna use my last inspiration to try.
It's okay. So save it for a moment. Because it's insane. Perhaps from this 23. Or perhaps just because there is a very kind player in chat right now. Looking down at you. Well, looking up at you because it's a dwarven cleric. His name is Kaz Kazrum, and none of you know who Kaz Kazrum is, but he spent 5 years with me at my home game. We love him.
And now he's wrecking your plans.
And now he's ruining my plans as this dwarven cleric appears spiritually in front of all of you. He's channeling the power of Moradin. Actually, he looks most of you in the eyes, because let's face it, you're all the same height. And then crashes down this epic, beautiful hammer that's shining and emitting this beautiful, like, kind of smoke, incense, burning, and smacks it down and says, "Nobody likes the Oblaks," which is a reference to the red thing back in the market. So I might have given up with it. And the smoke crashes out and removes the stunned condition from everyone. I will even go as far to say, because that hammer is a beautiful piece of work that he rolled in 2 natural 20s to create in my game, it will also remove that poison condition because it's a powerful hammer. And Kaz looks at each of you. And he's all like, "Yeah, I can't stay around though. I'm a cleric, but not for you." And he disappears.
You had a cleric briefly, guys.
You guys got a cleric. I love that. So Tink, I will say you still get your turn, because I'll say that happens like as you're trying to shake through your intelligence.
Cool.
Thank you very much to Stephen. Also,
yes, thank you.
for saving this party.
Absolutely.
In which case, I want to try something. Can I draw a square, but like angle it so it hits through? I can't really. Oh yeah, there you go. So it basically hits both the mind flayers and one of the squishy things, and not hit Lord Rupert. And I want to cast Fairy Fire.
Yeah, you'll be able to get them without getting Lord Rupert. Let's see. I need some dexterity saves. We good at those? Probably not. Is Mind Flayer number 1.
That's pretty good.
That's actually pretty good.
That's good.
And that's my strong boy. The weak boy is weak.
Oh, it's weak. He's weak.
That's the one that's had a lot of damage that is standing with the little spawn over here. Surprisingly more dexterous. I don't know why he rolled at advantage. Ignore that 22. That's an 8. So, you got 2 fails.
Damn.
So
nice.
we have Fairy Fire. Let's give them a little picture. I don't know. What's a little Fairy Fire picture? Hearts. Hearts. How do I? Oh no! Now I've got Tara's problem. I can't select the right token. Here's some Fairy Fire on those 2.
And then how high is the ceiling in here?
Oh, we talking hundreds of feet. You got room.
Sweet.
Go?
In which case, Tink is gonna fly up and back.
Get out of there.
Get out. How high are you?
Let's go 30 feet up.
30 feet up. Fan-diddly-tastic. We love that. All right. So we're looking... It's looking great. It's looking great for a paladin who has just recently been healed by Moradin. Hopefully he's chill with him. Now has a mind flayer next to him. That is shining bright like an advantage. And another mind flayer that hasn't been touched yet, but is just like wiped his tentacles on you, which is gross.
That is gross.
What are you doing, Lord Rupert?
Well, I was bending over, like, groaning, saying, "Somebody call a cleric." And then I straighten up and say, "But not for me!" As my sword bursts into flames.
Yes.
And I swing at that mind flayer.
Fabulous.
Advantage.
And doing his dad jokes, guys.
Yeah, I love that.
You love him.
Oh.
Hang on, I've lost my sword. There we go. Okay.
I think a 26 hits.
I think it does. That is 14 damage. And I'm going to...
Yes.
Plus, hold up.
Yes. He's here, guys.
He's doing it.
He's doing it.
So that's
Amazing.
44 damage.
Wow.
To that mind flayer.
Wow.
That's why he's dead.
For you
The
kids
rest of us
playing
are
at
not.
home,
He needed to get powered up.
You may know that while mind flayers hit hard, they're what we call glass cannons in the industry. So Lord Rupert Bending-Dowel, how would you like to kill this mind flayer?
Woo! It's just getting split straight down the middle, sizzling as it goes down. Two halves peeling outwards.
Peeling away. Anyone like calamari?
everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I'll have some of that. That looks good.
And then
You have
I
a second
turn
action.
to the other one.
Now this one is a regular attack. He
This one is
managed
a
to
regular
dodge through the
attack.
fairy fire. Tink Sparkle Dust didn't work on him.
So he's going to just get a 25.
Hey, well, you know, when you roll so high, it doesn't matter.
Casual little 25.
Casual
little 25.
25. I don't know what you're talking about. Amazing.
With
So that's 18 so
18
far.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about.
crazy.
Get him.
And then we
Yeah.
go.
You
then
need to
there's
roll some terrible radiant to get some great radiant later.
Yeah, that's how it works. The
So
dice
that's 20,
take away the
38
dice skip.
damage this time.
38.
So he's not looking great. You know, not happy. Still standing. Still annoyed. Tentacles flapping furiously. Looking over at old Gavin there.
Do you miss me spending 3rd level slots on plant growth?
I don't know which I prefer.
Is it better if it's smite or blunt?
I don't know. I love it though. I love a paladin. It's just so.
Alright, and that is Rupert's turn.
Yeah, you don't want to move.
He is feeling much better.
You don't want to move away though. You're in a great spot to move away.
Don't do that.
What is he going to
Do
do?
that.
Slap me with
You're
his
my hiding
tentacles
spot.
again? Make me
Yeah.
slimy again?
Make this black. Okay, we're moving on. Darwin and lemon drop. I can only tell he's heard me when he moves.
Sorry, I can't. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. You're playing D&D on hard mode, buddy.
It's fine. It's amazing.
Truly.
It's worth it though.
Okay. So firstly, I took damage. So I'm gonna roll for that cloud kill. See if I can keep it up. Ooh. Is that good?
10.
So,
Yeah, for your cloud kill. Oh man, these roses, they do stank. And they do not like the tadpoles at all. As you begin to see a distinct stillness within this jar. With that final rush. They're tadpoles, guys. There were a lot of them, but they don't have a lot of hit points. As the jar finds peace. They're dead. Can I put an X on the jar?
Oh, wait.
Yes, I can. The Mind Flayer is mad. Like, how am I meant to take over Fantasy Scotland if I have nothing to use? He's annoyed. Fantastic.
Stick together. That's what we've learned.
The book pipes up. Yeah. Sticking together works. That's rule number 1 of adventuring. Never split the party. Rule number 2, check for traps. These guys don't do that, and it seems to work out for them.
And I'd never heard of that before.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
Talk about it on your next long rest.
Someone should learn how to do that.
I know how, I just didn't.
All right.
Okay, and then I would like to cast Blight on our little Mind Flayer.
Guy. He's just a little guy. Send it through to the chat. Let's see what we got.
There we go.
Something especially beautiful, I feel. What? 38 points.
Did you guys just see how many points that was?
Okay, I'm gonna sit in this moment for a second of a plant casting blight. It feels kind of awesome. A little twist. So we are doing a Constitution saving throw. Let's see how we go here. Let's go, kids. Oh boy.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Let's go.
Ooh.
Half.
That's so
So
good. I'm
half
happy.
of your 8d8. As you do that math, Laura has come back for you guys. Not for you, not against you, but with you perhaps.
Oh.
As Bobbin Williams watches the plant cast blight and appears. He looks at all of you and he's like, the moment you've been saving for is now. So we only have a few minutes left, so go!
Do everything.
So yeah, we got the half of the 38 because it came up before. I realize this now. I'm fine. Half of 38 is 19. Thank you. I appreciate you and everything you do. It is still just standing. It's not looking great.
Oof, oof.
And then we're just gonna float up. Just
Yeah,
we're going up.
we're going up.
Is my flying still going? Is that still a thing?
This one's still a thing. Yeah,
Okay,
you
good.
got it.
We're going up.
And now, as much as you love it, the little minions in here, they know when the fight's over. And they're kind of like all looking around and they're like, I don't want to engage. That dude just turned our boss into calamari. I shan't. I just simply shan't. I'm going to sit here and watch what happens and figure out who my new boss is because it's probably not that guy anymore. Tara, you are behind Lord Rupert Bending-Dowel.
Yeah, I am hiding. Am I hidden?
You are indeed.
Yes.
This guy's a little distracted, I would say.
Best news.
What would you like to do, Rogue?
I wonder what I could possibly want to do.
What's a rogue
I
to do?
stab it.
Yes!
27.
I think that hits.
Oh.
That's
that
a lot of
is
damage.
30 points of damage.
And I would like to ask you,
Man.
how do you want to do this?
I mean, I just watched Dad slice the other one in half, and I will not be outdone. I need another patch. So I can't reach the halfway point. That's too high. So I go for the halfway through the middle.
Yes! Slice and dice, ready to go. This is more of our sashimi. No, it's not as crispy. It's like a little bit fried on the outside, but it feels good. And with that moment, you guys all just take a breath and realize what you've done. Over in the corner here, we do have another guy. And he just like coyly like, excuse me, hi, my name's Robert. I don't work for these guys. I don't like tadpoles. I don't
Get him!
like. No, please. I
Get
just want to go home to real Scotland. And as you look down, you see he's in a kilt. He's like, I was gonna help, but you have a flaming sword, and that guy's got roses. So, I think you did a good job. Can I come hang out with you guys? No.
Maybe.
What
No,
is?
We'll put you under consideration.
How tall
What's
is
the
he?
secret password?
He is like 7 foot, so perhaps more of the mighty than the tiny.
But I have a very
More might
important
like him.
question to ask him.
Yes.
Robert.
Yeah.
Is that your
Yes.
name? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that is
whatever.
my name.
Okay, whatever. Shut up. What is the greater good?
The greater good.
The greater
Yeah,
good.
we never solved that.
What's the greater good?
I don't know. I don't know what the greater good is. I maybe some people in the town knew. Maybe some people in Ludus and Luso know. Maybe they might know in the
Maybe
future.
it's like curing a disease or something.
Maybe we can only find out on the next episode of.
Maybe we're here to announce what the greater good is.
Yeah.
Maybe
Donating to
we'll
the
get some
fight
help
against
from
cancer.
our friends. Amazing.
like,
You
jump
guys
in the air, like,
successfully did a bunch of amazing things. I'm proud of each and every one of the tiny and mighty for going through and stopping a threat to the world before it could happen. I'm proud of you all.
Congratulations,
We did
Group 4.
Yay!
We've got a few things to do. So, Purdie, would you like to go ahead and roll me a d12? And if you get a 12,
Yes.
roll again.
Okay, I have a giant D12 right here.
Whoa!
Perfect.
It's squishy. All right, let's go. It's an 8.
It's an 8. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah.
8. It is
It's this one that I've highlighted.
Steve A. Snizzly Wipes. You have won the Young Adventurers pack.
That is
Yes!
the bespoke
Congrats!
boutique dice tray, the Wizards and Spells, the 1, 2, 3 of D&D, the D&D 5e coloring book, Glory of the Giants, the dice holder folder, and the campaign diary. That's coming out to you, Steve A.
That's so much. Yeah.
What a prize.
What an awesome prize.
Amazing.
Group 5, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, and I'll just pop out as you do. Congratulations to you all. You did a wonderful job. And just so you know, I think you raised over $1,100 during your slot, so congratulations to you.
Hey, let's go. Night crew.
Night crew.
Amazing. I'll go first. I'm the DM. My name is Purdie. Thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful evening. Keep donating that money. Don't. Oh my God.
There's a person.
That's a Jack.
He is underneath it.
It's so amazing. It's so good. Anyway, keep donating to this wonderful cause. It's a really good time. We got another 12 hours to go, baby. So let's have a lot of fun with it. If you want to watch me play, you can find me on Dicey's Holt channel every second Monday, playing some Pathfinder with some wonderful, beautiful people that you've already seen and you'll see some more of during the stream. Go be good to each other. Be friends. Befriend the Mind Flayer in your life. Who knows? They might just be a kind little Robert. Amazing. And then you guys can all do your thing, I guess.
We'll go from top left. Jack, go next, and then we'll just go clockwise.
Hello, my name is Jack. I help run Questbook. We're a GM hiring service, and you can, there's GMs all throughout this, not just Questbook that you can hire. So if you're looking for GMs, there's definitely that service here. Jules, go book Jules. But there is a really cool thing that's happening that I want to shout out, which is we've partnered with Garage Project and Dungeons and Comedians, and we're doing shows, D&D live shows, all over Auckland, Wellington, and Christchurch. So
come see us explore the dankest dungeon with a can of dankest dungeon in your hand.
Hell yeah. I don't mean to rush everybody, but the remaining people have 30 seconds each to introduce themselves.
Go.
So we'll just go. We'll just go clockwise around.
Okay. We're looking at a different screen.
Yeah, we've got different
screens. Yeah, we don't know what you're seeing.
Okay, I can't see everyone's names.
I'm Claudia.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm just gonna run it. I'm Claudia. I'm just really thankful to be able to be involved. It was such an awesome experience, and everyone was so great. But thank you especially Purdie for running the game because it was so much fun.
Aw, I love you guys.
And do our scout leader next.
I'll go next. Yes, I'm Andrew. Thanks for watching, and keep watching because I know there's some even more chaotic things to come. And keep donating, and I certainly have some people to get revenge. Donate to next.
Our fairy next.
Hi, Travis. I don't have anything to plug in terms of like me, but just try and find if you don't play D&D at the moment, find a game to play D&D. It's fun. We might see you on the next year's stream, hopefully.
Yeah. Heck yeah. And Greenface.
Hi, my name's Liz. When I'm not playing a horrible little goblin with a green face, I'm playing Karen, the Dwarven Barbarian, on Penny's podcast, The Terrible Adventures of the Jansen Breford's Parchment Company.
Hell yeah, you're my barbarian and I love you.
So come and check us out.
Karen! All right, group 4, I'll get you guys to all drop out. Go jump into the Twitch chat. Go have a rest.
Right.
Go sleep.
Bye.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Elections are coming up. Don't forget to vote this year.
There we go. All right. You might have noticed that we're it's the night shift, so we're getting comfy in our gym jams. We got our pinks. We got our there we go. We got our coffee. Should we go ahead and draw a spot prize?
No.
Oh, you've got well, this is just these are props. So the next spot prize is another solid state art piece. We're doing the small one again. We're doing 4 small ones in a row. The word is going to be brain cats. So once you see the Streamlabs message that says we're starting, the code word is going to be !brain cats, and then you've got 2 minutes to put that in and it will draw someone. The way that you claim that prize is you email us at yesandcharitystream@gmail.com. I did have a look and all of our current winners have emailed me, so congratulations for following instructions. I love that. Amazing. There we go. We've started !brain cats to go on the draw to win that. And while that's up, let's go ahead and plug our next bundle for slot 5.
Oh, I like this one. It's called Insomnia Bundle. That's like my favorite Stephen King book. Okay, so it's the Bespoke Boutique dice tray, the official dice set of D&D, the Rise of Tiamat puzzle, which is sick, by the way, and it's behind us on the shelf. It's really good. The D&D 5e coloring in book for that restful, mindful time, your official dice bag, your campaign diary, and your dice holder folder.
And that's everything that's coming to you if you donate $50 during the next 3 hours. And as a reminder, too, when you donate $50, you also go in for the grand prizes as well. Yeah. I don't know about you. I wanted to bring something up while we've got a minute, just while we wait for this thing to run out.
Please,
did you notice that in every game there's been someone called Kevin?
I did notice that every game there's been someone called Kevin.
Yeah, that's really weird because in my group there was Don K. Evan, and then in Purdie's group there was another person.
And they
called
always
Kevin.
seem to know quite a lot of stuff and kind of be lurking in the background a bit, not main character,
it's
bad guy.
Odd. And you know what's really interesting about that is that if you are a Yes and Charity Stream long-time viewer, the name Kevin probably actually means quite a lot to you. It's a name that's been floating around for a pretty long time.
Yeah, it's super fascinating to me to see it come back up, but it's not like What does that mean? I mean, it's just like the timeline thing. Every DM says a different year that Ludus and Lusa is, but the Kevins keep coming.
It's very strange to me as well. I guess there's really only one way to find out more, isn't there?
It's to keep watching.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, wouldn't it be really weird if it just turned out it was nothing? Oh, the raffle's closing? Congratulations, Kiwis Aren't Fruit BDG for winning the small art piece from Solid State Print.
And I feel like as you email us to tell us your email address, you need to tell us why kiwis aren't fruit.
So Kiwis Aren't Fruit, congratulations for winning one of our prizes. Go ahead and email us at yesandcharitystream@gmail.com and send us your information, and we will make sure that once we're done with this whole thing, that you can get yourself a cool prize.
Yes, again, we have run out of time to read any of the beautiful messages that your donations have on them, but trust us that we are reading them and crying. Like,
we see them.
Yeah, I've cried a few times. It's an amazing thing that you're doing. Thank you so much. And before we cut into the next group's time, because this group is going to be... Are you ready for this group?
I mean, see, here's the thing, is that every year, everyone is like, oh, we're going to be Chaos Crew this year.
Yeah, but these guys have declared they are undisputed Chaos Crew before they even go into it.
I know. It's going to be really interesting.